Hello everyone and welcome to the PlayStation Tournament's Open Series monthly finals for Tekken 7, and it is time for the Europe action to start. And I'm super happy today and hyped up because I'm joined by the bro from LA, Rip. How are you doing today, sir? Great to have you on board for this amazing adventure.
Exactly. Boom. Welcome everybody to joining us here at the PlayStation Tournament's Open Series. I'm very excited to be here, of course. You know, all the way from North America, we got Germany on the other side. We're here for the Open Series for EU this time around.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely incredible. Of course, the top 8 guys who've been grueling, battling through all the different tournaments that have been coming along. And these guys are very, very experienced. Some of them have actually won some of the Open Series tournaments already. And we see some of them back here having lost previously, you know, coming back for that Vengeance Day. You see the top 8 lineup in the brackets there. What do you think of that one, Rip?
Yeah, it looks very exciting, right? We got Lynn versus Mayhem to kick things off. Cloud and Eddie. Eddie, of course, you know, very notable offline player. Doing well here online. Very strong player. Very, very strong. Then down below that, we got DBP with this crazy Bob going up against Stormrazer. Yeah. And then K-Top going up against Relinquished here. I believe K-Top also a top Mortal Kombat player.
He is. Him and his brother H, though, both of them very, very good Tekken players and Mortal Kombat 11 players. And DBP up there, who's going to be taking on Stormrazer, actually won the last Open Series monthly. So he's definitely ready for this one to go as well. And yeah, Eddie's going to be looking for some vengeance as he fell short in the last one too. And here's the prize pool that they're playing for. 400 for first prize, 300 for second, third gets 200, and fourth $100. So that's a nice chunk of change there.
Of course, man. If you guys are interested in trying to get into that, you know, chunk of change yourself, you know, make sure you guys head on over to compete.playstation.com. These tournaments are free to enter. You just got to go to the website, sign up, you know, and then grab your controller and get into these tournaments.
Yeah, get involved in all the action. They got a ton of games over there. They got FIFA going on, of course, Tekken that you're seeing, and they got Strive, they got Gundam, like everything's happening there. So yeah, definitely head on over to that link and check out all the action.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and get ready for our first matchup here. I do believe it's going to be Lynn versus Mayhem. Lynn, you know, going to be pretty interesting here, right? Because, you know, she's using Elisa out here, and Elisa is just one of the strongest characters that we've seen in Tekken lately. You know, Cuddlecore recently just won the ICFC season last night in America out here.
Very true.
But Lynn, 42 out of Finland, using that Elisa Boskanovic. You can see the statistics here for doing this so far, and the win rate 87%. That's pretty darn good. Pretty darn high.
Solid. Yeah, no, it really, really is. And yeah, you can see she's been putting in work. 13 wins, only 2 losses. I mean, yeah, that definitely someone who's come to win. You know, this is not someone testing stuff out. But she's going to be taking on Mayhem 9965, Gregory, 37 from Greece. Greece, of course, very known for their notable fighting game community, especially their Tekken scene. You know, they've got a lot of really cool players over there. So yeah, and look at his win ratio. I mean, he's got a few more matches, so the experience count definitely in his favor there.
Yeah, and also got that Heihachi lockdown, right? And Heihachi, definitely one of those Mishimas players. I mean, you know a thing or two about Mishimas. You know, Heihachi has been just putting in work. Just that jab range extension they gave him just seems to be so effective in locking people down.
It's really cool to see as well because, you know, Heihachi, I mean, Mishimas are always notably really strong, right? But Heihachi is one that tends to... It's said that he suffers from not having quite the most effective lows, but with the jab range extension, it means that, you know, when you're playing the spacing game with him, it's harder to make him whiff. You know, how do you prepare for someone throwing a jab, right? It's really like, it's kind of just preemptive. You can't react to it so quick. So yeah, those small little buffs really help him a lot. Yeah,
and you know, just in general, you know, Heihachi against Elisa, that matchup. It's like kind of a battle of 2 upper tier characters, right? Because Heihachi recently, you know, I feel like in general, though, Band and Equid, they've been trying to push the Mishimas to be higher and higher and more used, right? So they're trying to get Heihachi up there. I think in the past, people have said that Heihachi is probably the weaker or the weakest even of the Mishimas out there.
Of the Mishimas, right.
But now, you know, I don't know, dude. I think he's up there.
It's interesting. The meta seems to shift around quite frequently, especially in the Mishima camp. You know, it's always like, well, Devil Jin. Well, actually, no, Kazuya, because he's got the better 50-50. But actually, Heihachi, because he's the powerhouse damage character. So, yeah, it's always very interesting. I think, depending on the style of the player, they can suit X or Y better. And also, when it comes to machinima in general, or actually any character for that matter, it depends heavily on what kind of bracket you get. I mean, if you get a whole load of comfortable matches, you can win with any machinima, really. But there are characters that can cause problems with machinimas because they play at a certain space where it's hard to utilize your big moves. It's hard to utilize electric. It's hard to use 4-4-2. It's a slow start up. Hell sweep's a big risk because they have many moves that leave. They have many low crush moves. So it can be tricky. And I think Alyssa is actually one of those customers that's hard to deal with.
She is a very frustrating character to deal with across the cast. I think she's honestly one of the most underrated characters in the cast. Her movement, just her sidestep even, is very effective, right? Her backdash is great. Her power crushes are just ridiculous, actually.
Yeah.
She's got, I think it's a back forward 2. And that power crush, she's airborne, right? It's also a high, so you can't throw or go low against it, which are the two weaknesses of a power crush, right? So it's like, it's literally the system mechanic was built to be countered in this way, and that version of it avoids all of that. It's a really good attack. But Alyssa, and they gave her that new whiff punish too, with back 4. So she gets the fly stance, wall carry easy out of it. So she is just really strong right now.
And it's so fast, that power crush. You want to be mobile against her, especially at the range where she's going to use it. You want to be quite mobile, and that's where you get clipped and it catches you, right? And so, it's kind of hard to deal with. I mean, I don't know if you would be... I'm not sure what you'd be preparing for. She does have decent mids from there as well. So, Alyssa, the thing that I would find difficult as Heihachi player is that she can play well from each range. You're not trying to make her stay close to you, or you're not trying to make her stay really far. Like, she's got good stuff from everywhere. So, it's quite tricky to position the character. I think you really have to have a good window into what the opponent wants to go for, what the tendencies are, and then you can create a game plan from there. I mean, at least that would be how I framed it,
People always tell me, against Lisa, try to go sidestep left, right? Especially just last time we were talking about, we're like, sidestep left against chainsaw stance, because I don't really know what to do anymore. Like, obviously, if she has her chainsaws out, and if you just, get a jab in there or something, it'll force her to block, and as soon as she blocks, the chainsaws go away, right? That seems to be the answer. But a lot of times I feel like you're out of range and my jab's not gonna reach. What do? I don't want to get hit by the next chainsaw.
Yeah, that's true. It can be quite hard to know what to do, especially as they all have their own flowcharts. They might do chainsaw into a down back 3 straight away to crush everything that you go for. I've seen just chainsaw into hop kick, just to get the launch. So you don't want to run into stuff. You feel like it's your turn to get damage, after you block something there. So it can be tricky, but let's see what he does. That's what Mayhem does about it. Mayhem versus Lynn, our first match here in top 8.
Heihachi. This is exciting.
All the matches are going to be best of 3, guys. So just so that you know, even though it's top 8, it's going to be a best of 3, all the way to grand finals.
Wow! Immediately starting off with that power crush there from Lynn.
Straight away, I think she heard you talking about it.
She's like, wait, this one's really good. I'm using it.
What you mean? That would be another really good high. Oh yeah, forward 1 back 2, classic. Nice, gets a forward 3. Oh, tried to pick up with the forward 4-2.
What a step! Step right against the electric too.
So sick. The
Uh-oh.
double hell sweep gets the trip now into the screw attack. Oh wow, he got caught.
Dude, you never even see Alyssa players use that move anymore. And now we're all cut up rage from both. Rage right to connect.
Oh my goodness, what a turnaround.
Doesn't hit the combo! Oh. Doesn't matter.
Oh, she still gets it with the low.
Early nerves maybe, but Lynn securing the first round there.
It's always that thing when you're first up on stream in top 8, you want to do well, right?
Right? It feels like extra pressure too, everyone's watching.
You're setting the standard for the rest of the tournament, isn't it? Nice.
And Heihachi, tech roll into while standing 2 seems to be a common strategy for a lot of those players.
What a round from Mayhem. Perfect name. 7 golden letters, man. Caused some mayhem that round for sure.
Definitely the way you wanted to answer back after losing the first round. But man, magic 4 start of the round. But a lot of drop combos out of Lynn right now.
Yeah, I can see. It's weird. Like you said, maybe a bit of nerves kicking in here. But Mayhem over to the wall now.
Oh no.
Oh, guaranteed. And that is going to be the round. Knows the perfect combo. Sidestep round, back 4 into the screw. Perfectly situated.
And there's a stage transition. Infinite stage now. Mayhem's done very well with the wall.
Yeah, he's in his flow. Look at this.
Totally.
It's all over Lynn right now. Lynn trying to get some breathing room here. There's a punish. Not much damage though. Oh, nice step.
Wow, what a choice. It's almost like a whip punish.
Oh, very aggressive. Look at staying in her face all the way. Okay. Power.
It's-
Goes for the rage drive.
Wow.
That was sick.
Okay, hit the combo though. There you go. All right.
A chance to take it now. Ooh. No sidestep and goes low. Wow. What a read.
What a comeback too from Lynn there. Final round, game 1. Yo, that boot stance is
She's
working
gonna
out.
steal it. Look at this.
You get a combo off that? I didn't know that.
I've
That's
never
cool.
seen that in my life. Lynn, she's turning up the heat here. 1-1-2.
Good blocks, important.
And Mayhem, the aggression has toned down a bit. Ooh, 4-3 counter hit.
That's big. Lynn gonna be knocked into rage here. Rage drive's coming. Rage drive's
She's
coming.
doing it. She's gonna do it.
There
She
it
needs
is.
it. Oh,
Low. Where's the low? There it is.
it had to come sooner or later. Oh man, what an intense first game that was. Man, that could have gone either way. I really thought the way she started that final round that she was just gonna wrap it up.
Yeah,
But,
it's
man,
so back and
Mayhem.
forth, right? One round my way, one round your way.
Yeah. And like really dominant as well, like perfect. Didn't get to do anything, but then the other round's
Yeah.
like almost a perfect back. So it's like, wow, crazy.
Yeah, that was very good stuff from
opening
both
game.
players.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
dude,
explosive.
and that Elisa power course is putting in work. That right there, the back 3+4 from Elisa, is not a move I'm used to seeing in Tekken 7. That was a move that like was much better with the balance system in Tekken 6 when she came out. But Tekken 7, you rarely get to see it, but Lynn making great use of it here. But then Mayhem obviously, turn things around. You get hit ducking there. That's guaranteed.
Great combo choice as well. Knew exactly what to do with the situation.
Yeah, and here
Here
it
we
looked like
have
it was
that
done, right? Exactly. Crazy comeback. Hits the combo, rage drive into the mix, boom.
Oh, how did he know? How did he know?
Because
What a read.
that running 3-4 is safe, right? So a lot of players will try to throw after it. And it
That
was
was
just
tricky,
a solid
man.
chance.
He-
Just stay ducking.
He threw him a lot of mid bones there. I would have been. I wouldn't have known when to go low either, because you
No,
know the low's
perfect.
coming. It's inevitable, but when?
Right.
That's always a tricky
Yeah,
part.
and Mayhem did a really good job there, right? Like I was saying it out loud, like where's the low? Because
Yeah.
and Mayhem, played it very smart, safe mid option. You got to
Yeah.
like get a quick step to punish it, and you don't
Yeah.
have a lot of time to whiff punish it up close like that. So very hard to deal with defensively.
Sometimes it's really important to just kind of keep the pressure on. I mean, really, like sometimes it doesn't really matter exactly how you're doing it, like what moves in particular, but you're just keeping them thinking about stuff. And you're also not giving them freedom to think about what they want to think about. You're keeping them focused on what you're feeding them. And in those situations, it's really easy to get like final lows or final mid. It's really, but just, so sometimes having a character that is able to do that is really important. Like that, what he used at the end there, very, very smart stuff.
Yeah, very nice. This time, get a random stage. We're gonna go to Cave of Enlightenment. This stage is really interesting because the top part of it is just super tiny. I feel like, right? And then you get the balcony break. You get a little bit more space. You get the floor break after that, and then it's like
Yeah.
a wide open rectangle, basically, right?
Yeah.
So, very fun stage here. I like the design of it
This
overall.
stage used to make me play more aggressive because the music used to really tilt me, but I quite like it now. I've gotten used to it.
'Cause the
It's quite
horn, right?
enjoyable. Yeah, it's like, oh.
Yeah, at first
right.
the music, I was like, dude, I love it. And then you go to practice mode with it, and you're like, okay, I can't listen to this for more than like 3 minutes at a time.
Yeah. I mean, I think for the match it works, it's pretty
Oh,
pretty
for
hype.
sure. It's great
Pretty
for the
hype.
match. Just
Yeah.
not for multiple hours in practice mode. Get it away
Oh.
from me.
Oh, nice. Oh, man. Ooh. Few mistakes here. Leaving the door open for Lynn. She had an opportunity there, but no dice. Mayhem. First round. Nice. Makes it whiff.
Jab check coming out. Lynn,
Oh, what a
beautiful.
sidestep into the electric. Great stuff from Mayhem.
Back up.
Yep, not stepping that.
Yeah, Mayhem's sidesteps have been on point this game, man.
Wow. So aggressive. 2 rounds already.
Yeah, these sidestep lefts, he got the sidestep electric before that. Oh my goodness. Omen, please.
I'm convinced that Mayhem has a dinner reservation somewhere, man. He's trying to wrap this up. He's got places to be.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at this domination from Mayhem 9965. Someone call 911. Look at this. Wow. Crazy. 3 straight rounds. That first game clearly a tester. That first game clearly observation station. Let me have a look at what this guy's doing. Let me see what he's got. And then that next game, I think the walls allowed him to play a very crushing game there versus Lynn.
Yeah, exactly. The sidesteps paid off, right? Like anytime he got a sidestep, found an opening, got the launcher, combo, we're at the wall again. Like I mentioned, the top part of that stage, very, very small, right? Very easy to
Yeah.
get to a wall always, basically. But yeah,
Great
I mean,
stuff.
this replay is gonna be almost as long as the match. I feel like Mayhem was just rushing through there and everything was working out. Lynn had a couple of small, tiny opportunities, but stuff like that, dude. When a player's doing that to you, that's just rough. You lose 50% so quick.
Yeah, look at the reads on it. I mean, I was just very impressed overall with just the level of comfort that he was facing the matchup with. He didn't ever look stuck for an option. He always had something to do, and he always looked comfortable,
Oh, yeah.
And man, that was a very, very dominating first round here in the upper bracket. I mean, definitely sending a message to the others in the top 8 here.
Exactly. You see it there, Mayhem advancing, staying on the winner's side of things here. Going to be waiting for the winner between Cloud, T7, and Eddie. Which, it's going to be a little bit difficult. But, Mayhem, I think we may have seen some of his nerves get shook off there in that last matchup. So I think Mayhem's going to be ready for whoever comes his way.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think in the first game, he was dropping a few things. It looked a little bit shaky. You didn't know a couple of those situations could have gone the other way. Lynn looked like she was going to take them. But yeah, like he managed to get that. And sometimes when you clutch that game, sometimes it helps you. It kind of boosts you up for the next game, right? So
for sure.
Shout outs to Mayhem. We haven't lost Lynn. She drops down to the losers bracket. She's going to be going into battle later on. But yeah, I think next up we're going to have Cloud T7 versus Eddie, which is going to be really exciting. I can't wait.
Right. And as we were talking about Eddie, a very, very strong competitor. But Cloud, I'm very curious to see what we have here. I'm not very familiar with Cloud. But Cloud going to have the King and also a Kazuya, possibly also a Heihachi from Cloud. Mixture, we'll see. And very young, 21 years old.
Yeah, young chap. UK versus UK action as well, also in that 80% win ratio mark. I mean, I think we're going to see quite high numbers here with this top 8, right? And I'm not sure if we're going to see King, maybe. But there's also a big question looming as to which character Eddie will go for, because he does have a couple up his sleeve. I know he does prefer the Falcon Ram these days, but we have seen him opt for a couple of others in tournaments when things don't go that well with Falcon Ram. He might opt for someone else. I mean, this guy has Tekken God Prime with every character, every single character. On the old, but before we had Omega, right? He had the highest rank with every single character in the game, which is, I mean, that's some character knowledge right there.
I wasn't even familiar with Eddie until I came over to Germany, right? And I played online from Mihawk's place. I ran into Eddie online, and I was like, and Mihawk was just laughing, like, "Oh, it's Eddie." I'm like, "I don't know Eddie. Let's find out what this is about," right? And he was playing me with Bob, I remember, and he just steamrolled me, and I was just like, How do you get around on this guy? I couldn't figure it out, dude. He was just so good. So, very exciting to see how he does here. And, we mentioned earlier DBP with his Bob won the previous Open Series, right? Yes. Eddie here has the Bob experience, but still lots of DBP. So that's going to be very, very interesting if they can even make it this far into the tournament, right? So we'll see what character Eddie decides to go with here.
Point. Yeah, I do believe they played. I think Eddie did play DBP in that last one when DBP won it, and I think DBP took it. So. But I think it was close though. So, but characters also comes down to styles as well. How does this Bob play? How does that Bob play? Have you played the character recently? It's all these things, right? So, but I think we're reaching that meta where people have multiple characters. This is a perfect example of that, where you don't know how to prepare for someone because you don't know what they've got on their plate for that match. And it's interesting. It's very, very interesting because it creates a platform for people to utilize more of their, like real-time awareness. It might be that you get into a matchup that you hadn't prepared for, but now you have to face it and you have to deal with it and you have to know your stuff and you have to deliver. And that's always exciting as well. Yeah.
And obviously you've been competing Tekken for forever. Was there a previous time where players would have so many secondary characters, or is this kind of a new thing for Tekken overall?
It's interesting. I feel like if you go way, way back, it was like people didn't really have a main. People just played.
Interesting.
Yeah, I really like Paul. I play Paul. I really like King. People didn't, because it wasn't like tournament scene developed in that sense where it's like, this is my main. It's just, well, I use this guy and sometimes I use that guy for fun. Sometimes, and then eventually it developed where you just noticed you were being more successful with a certain character, and then the terms started coming out. So this is my main, this is my sub, and so on. But to answer your question, I think around the Tekken 3 period, there were clear players who preferred to have multiple characters, and there were clear players who liked to have their one main homeboy. So I think there's always been a divide there.
Yeah, because I feel like, I started more around Tekken 5, and since then, I feel like players really stuck to their character. Like, this is the one that I'm trying to compete with, and then that kind of carried through to Tekken 6. Tag 2, you'd see people who had a couple of teams maybe, but overall, I feel like Tekken 7 is a game where I'm seeing more and more players having multiple characters, like, 3 to 4 characters sometimes now, and they're using all of them in tournaments.
Yeah, we'll get back to that in a second. Oh, Ghost Flare down 3-4. Nice block on that. Wow, the first one attempted, already blocked it. And it is King Falcon. We have no...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness me. And Destruction Derby in the first round. Wow. Eddie has come to play. Look at this.
Eddie was very vocal about this Falcon character early, but the character has had a couple of changes, but I think it's arguable that they weren't enough.
Is Cloud going to get a hit? Oh, there we go.
There we go, yeah.
And the defense.
Dude, and look at the pressure.
Everything.
Eddie's like playing at range 0. He's like, range 1 too far. I need to be at range 0 at all times.
I think he's got the dinner date with Mayhem. they need to get. They've got a table of 8. They need to
Mayhem, hurry up, dude! It's getting close to our call.
All right, so trying to fight back here, Cloud trying to get involved, and the pressure, immense pressure here from Eddie.
Yeah, that was a nice jet kick there. Just recognize that Cloud was trying to get anything started, was going to hit some kind of button.
Wow, this is absolutely beastly gameplay from Eddie.
Yeah, and that 3-1 mix, dude.
I didn't even really get to say much.
No.
Wow, what a beasting that was. I mean, what do you do against someone who's just literally all over you like that? Do you know what I mean? It's like so tough.
Yeah, I mean, you got to use your counter tools, in my opinion, right? Like, and the thing about Falcon is, a lot of people say that when he's rushed down is when he's at a disadvantage. So in that instance, when he's trying to stay close to you, you really got to use those counter tools. Like for King specifically, you got to use King's back 1. Like that's his get off me tool. He's also got like down 1 neutral 2. The little high crush that'll go underneath and like interrupt basically. Yeah, so like those are King's best options probably.
I think once Eddie had recognized he wasn't using those tools, he just went hammer, and then Cloud just got schmicked. Like the one time he went low, it was the mid elbow. The one time he went mid, it was the low sweep. And the thing is with Falcon Ram is everything does damage. These, I mean, not that little last hit, but those chunky blows that you're getting every round, they hurt. You don't even need to be juggled to lose quickly.
Yeah, and everything's a mix-up too, right? Like you mentioned that last hit wasn't a big chunk of damage, but there's a mid mix-up instead of that.
It could have been
you block the first 2 hits, but then it's a low or it's a mid, so you got to make a choice on how you want to die.
That's insane. Yeah, and it really just shows like how damaging. No, not how damaging, but this is how dangerous Falcon Ram is when he's in his flow. Most characters you're hoping not to get hit by the electric, or you're hoping not to get launched by this one particular thing. Falcon Man can just chip you down, and it won't be long until you've lost like half bar, like 3 hits, three big swings, and you've lost over half. So yeah, very, very interesting. And we have a character switch, and if I'm not mistaken, Eddie lost to Elisa last tournament, so I'm not sure if this is anything. Maybe he's been watching the VODs.
Could be.
Got some ideas.
This is an interesting idea here from Cloud. I mean, this wasn't even one of the characters. Yeah, I was going to say
they're both from the UK, so they probably know each other quite well.
It could be that as well. I think one of the coolest things here in this matchup, the age was like 22, 21. Like they're kind of a newer generation of players, right, on the competitive circuit. So that's pretty neat. I really like seeing new players come up in the scene.
It's great. It's great.
It's always important too.
I was really happy because we're seeing almost at the same time an influx of new players come from all over the world, like not just in one area. So it's pretty cool. Okay,
didn't get the follow. Oh boy.
Okay, stays upstairs. To the screw. Down we go.
Oh yeah. Bing bang boom.
Damage, all that red. Oh man, Eddie's definitely seeing red right now. Oh, the EX, you gotta do it.
Getting no meter now though. 3-1 mix coming, low parry.
Low parry, great stuff. I feel like Cloud really needed that round just to be
definitely. I think there is actually a little bit of infamiliarity with Eddie and this Eliza character.
Possibly. Has been signs of weakness in the past. With that said, he's also Tekken God Prime with Elisa as well.
Oh, sure,
Yeah. Not always is he. Oh, Speaking of matchup knowledge, look at that answer right there. Sick
I've
stuff.
never seen anyone like counter parry that.
I think he just did that to keep us
Isn't
quiet.
she airborne?
Not anymore.
I gotta go test if Lock can parry that now. That was
That
cool.
looks sick, yeah. Oh yeah, true. That might even work actually.
Yeah. Because I always assumed she was airborne, so I didn't bother. But
Yeah,
maybe she's not.
Eddie's teaching us a thing or two here. That's cool. Oh,
Wow,
into the
super
dive kick.
low.
Bends the bar on it.
Dude, his dive kick execution is ridiculous.
Sick, man. Super fast.
Unblockable!
Oh, he tried to react at the last second. It wasn't quick enough. And Cloud takes
No.
his second round here.
I'm really liking the Eliza pick from Cloud
It's
here.
looking really good right now.
Canceled the low that time, and Eddie's still ready for it there.
This is the scary thing about best of 3 as well. If a player whips out a character you don't know, it's pretty much curtains.
Yeah, but I mean, he does have Fakamon. Like, it's a great equalizer.
There is that. There is that one small point. Yes, you're right. And the
I'm
pressure
looking
though
good
is
here.
building. Oh, gets the launch. Oh, that might be it. Over to the wall. Oh no.
Wow. The mix,
the
though.
mid. Final,
All right.
final round. Eddie could take it all right here, or we could go to a third game. Oh, counter hit straight away. Magic
We're gonna get a floor break. Yes, sir. Jump
Tricks.
over tech catch.
Oh my goodness me.
And
Down
another floor
again.
break. Basement time. Whoa, okay. Opportunity. Wow, did you see how low that dive kick
Wow,
was?
that was mad. Oh,
Wow, doesn't matter though. Eddie gonna hold on, get it done. 2-0, staying on the winner side of things. But man, that was a really impressive Eliza. I really kind of wish that Cloud had brought that out in the first game as well.
yeah, that's true. That could have been a different story altogether because King, you know, maybe it was an off day or it just wasn't warmed up or I don't know, but it just didn't get it going. But the Eliza pick looked good to go straight away,
Yeah.
right? There was no warming up. So yeah, you're right. Maybe a second game with Eliza could have helped. You know, just to get the fingers warm, you know. But yeah, unfortunate, man. I would have liked to have seen a bit more of that matchup.
No, definitely.
Eddie.
It really looked like it was getting but that was such
That
a
was
sick
ridiculous.
counter, dude. That was beautiful.
Fire.
And yeah, the dive kick
Dive
pressure.
kick's really sick.
Yeah,
It
doing
almost looks
this
like he's
low to the
grounded
ground.
the whole time. It's so it's so low.
And Eddie panicked already. I think he might have tried to sidestep, got a jump instead. But that sidestep forward is basically Fakamom's hop kick.
Yeah.
It's just such an important tool to use, and Eddie using it perfectly in that. Gave him the mix. Goes down to final round. Even a small opportunity there, but overall it was all Eddie.
Yeah, he was ready. Once he understood what to do, it was just all one-sided after. And you can see exactly when that moment is where Eddie just starts to take over. It's very, very clear, you know. So yeah, he moves forward, and he's going to be taking on Mayhem.
Wow. So we
In
get
the
that
winner's semi.
Heihachi. Maybe Heihachi versus Fakamom.
That's going to be a fire match right there, man. Definitely.
Yeah, especially
both of them very
Mayhem using
fast-paced
jab.
players. Nice. I'm really excited about that one. Actually, it's going to be cool.
Exactly,
So I believe, and that was a very, very electric match. You know, Eddie, both players played really well, but I felt like Eddie just had another kind of drive. He just looked like it meant more to him. You know, sometimes that happens, right? Where one guy just wants it more.
Yeah, or just so much more confidence, right? Like he was like, I can do
Yeah.
what I want to do, so I'm gonna play my game, and I'll be ready if you
Yeah.
try to interrupt me from it.
I'm just, exactly. Yeah, it looked like that. It looked like either maybe they just come off playing a first to 10 and he won like 10-2 or something. He was just doing it. It looked like that. I'm just doing my thing. But yeah, with that said, so next up we're going to have DBP, who's definitely no stranger to the Open Series here, going up against Stormrazer. And yeah, these two definitely two good players again. I mean, you can't get to top 8 by luck, right? So definitely know what they're doing. DBP, Germany's best Bob player, has been to quite a lot of tournaments, you know, very experienced guy. He's been to a lot of offline tournaments as well as online ones. So some of the bigger Tekken World Tour tournaments he's been prevalent at as well.
Nice.
And yeah, very good player. I do like his style. 91% win ratio. Well, forget my words. Look at the stats right there.
Yeah, very
Proof is in
nice.
the pudding.
You know, very high win-loss ratio here, obviously, clearly. Bob, another one of those characters, dude, kind of underrated. When he came out, I thought he was good, and people were like, nah, Bob's whack. But then you see him putting in work, right? And
Yeah,
out here, we
yeah.
got Stormrazer bringing out the Geese Howard.
Yeah.
Geese, another one of those characters that just, wow,
And
hold on.
he has
hold on.
never lost. Oh my god.
doesn't even lose.
The lucky 13. I like this. That's pretty cool. So this is going to be good. I mean, Stormrazer has definitely got a big challenge ahead of him because DBP, although he's had 3 losses, has definitely, shown what he's made of winning an entire tournament here. So he's going to be no stranger to this part of the tournament. So yeah, but Geese Howard, always a tricky customer. He's got everything. He's got everything in the toolbox to deal with Bob. There's no doubt in anyone's mind there. So it could be an interesting one.
To deal with any character, really, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, Geese, there's a couple of notable moments I feel like throughout the patch changes for Geese where they're like, oh, we're gonna take away his counter low into combo, we're gonna take away his meter gain, and then they're like, oh, but we're also gonna give him the screw attack so he gets more damage on infinite. Like, that was his weakness. I had a weakness for him.
Basically.
There was a game plan, and they're like, but this is such a cool move to add in. We gotta add it in. So Geese still a very, very strong character.
Yeah.
But like I was mentioning as well, Bob. Definitely seeing a resurgence in play as well, and that's a credit to the Tekken balance team. I feel like we all like to complain more than we like to give praise in general, especially when it comes to balance across all games, right? But I think you can see it now from all the bot players. They're all doing a little bit better, but it's not to the point where everyone's just totally complaining about the character, right? So very cool to see.
Yeah, no, for real. I mean, I remember when you got that new screw attack at the beginning of Season 3, and then people were like, oh, you can punish back 3 now. It's -10, you can get this. And so there have been stealth Geese nerfs along the way, right? He just hasn't had that massive nerf. But, he has to be a viable character. I mean, people kind of talk like they want the characters to be nerfed into oblivion, which won't really make any sense. You know what I mean? Like, unplayable.
No, I know. But, when you lose a character a lot, you kind of want to just see it, just to feel good.
All right, so here we go. Stormrazer. Oh, down 1-4-3. The hop kicks. Nice block there from DBP. Going to be sizing each other up here in the opening of this game.
Yeah, Stormrazer countering down 4 for the combo this time.
Ooh.
Yo, the duck on the high, though. He's playing sharp.
Ready. Damn.
Power crush, no go.
Nice
and the high. Uh-oh.
DBP
Doesn't
now.
spend any rage.
Uh-oh. Oh,
wow,
he got pulled. What did he press? He pressed the button, and Geese in the R Fighting 2 costume takes the first round.
And that was so interesting, right? Because the Wildsided one, first Stormrazer doing it as a cancel, this time with the string.
Yeah.
So you don't want to swing into either one of those options.
That's true.
Back
yeah.
to
He spends the bar now. Gets the wall carry. Look at the damage. Trying to keep him pinned down at the wall here. Look, sidestep 3.
Dude. Non-stop offense.
Wow.
Yo, Stormrazer.
Nice. I like the aggression. This whole top 8 has been crazily aggressive so far. I love it.
Yeah, you guys in EU, you guys got this new generation of youngins. These young players, they want to hit some buttons. They want to get in the counter. That was tight.
Go. Yo, there's that screw attack. Blown up by the caravan. Let's do it.
Look at the damage.
DBP, what is going on?
Ducks the high, too.
Oh my gosh.
He's like, why would you do the belly there? You would have gotten a wall splat. No, I think you're going to do the high there just to keep that wall pressure for no reason. And Stormrazer, all the right decisions there. Unbelievable pressure. He's like, I hear these guys all talking about DBP and how good he did at the Open Series last time. Let me show you some Geese Howard. Impressive so far.
I think now we know why he's undefeated. After that game, we see what he's been doing to everyone he's played, because he looked, not only was he really confident and good at keeping his momentum, but he was actually ready for counterattacks. He was ducking all the highs, he was punishing things, he just looked prepared. And I know it's, you think, but it should be prepared, but it's very common that people are not that ready for stuff, even when they know.
Not that prepared. There's a level of preparedness, right? It's almost like he has a Bob training partner. He's like, I've seen this a billion times.
Look at that, the one dragon throw. I mean, how did he know? It was just psychic, man.
It really was.
Tactics here.
And look at the damage here. Just look at that light bar, all that red. Gone.
Man.
It doesn't get the wall bounce there. If that wall was a little bit closer, that would have been a bounce. Ready for the high there, as I mentioned. That was just really
crazy.
Clean. Yeah,
I couldn't tell it was DBP because he didn't do anything apart from get hit or he didn't really do much apart from get hit.
That could have been Rips Bob,
Could have been me. I'm rubbish with Bob. But what I think happened there was DBP was taken a little bit by surprise. I do think we're going to see some changes this time. He's very good at adapting. He's shown it time and time again. And I would really be interested to see what his approach is going to be now after that first game.
Yeah, very, very interested. And DBP, as you mentioned, is a very strong player. You expect the adaptation to come through. I'm just really curious about the speed that Stormrazer is going to come out of the gate here, because he came out, straight out, like full pedal to the metal, right? Like he was going. So we'll see what he brings this time around.
I'm used to seeing gameplay that fast, like 7th, 8th, 9th game into a long set. Then you start playing like that. He was like straight out the gate going in like that. I was like, whoa. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love the stage, man. Music. I'm so happy they brought back the poolside track.
Well, all right. Yes, the poolside track is amazing.
So cool. All right. That was the match we had at EVO. Anyway, forget that. So moving on. Jumps for the air fireball. Oh, 4-4-2.
Wow, dude. And I always say that people don't use low pokes to get the counter, but he clearly did that during the string to get the counter hit.
Man, don't tell me this is going to be 6 straight rounds here. It cannot be. It cannot be.
It definitely can be with Geese Howard.
If he's going to keep going on like this, yeah, definitely. Okay,
Good
there's the hell sweep.
Steps in, double step, chase him down. No, doesn't get the chase though.
Doesn't get the punish, leaves him alive, but it doesn't matter. He gets the 1-1.
Yeah, that was
I
really
don't like
smart.
the amount of control I'm seeing from Stormrazer. This is
You
very
don't like it?
No, I mean, I'm sure that this is very uncomfortable with DBP right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was your Germany pride, I guess, coming through, right?
Well, Stormrazer's from the UK. I'll go with my UK boys.
Exactly. You can choose here.
Keep it loyal. Keep it loyal. All right. So DBP now back in play. Down. Oh, nice. It's the belly blast.
All right. Yeah, I like the forward 4-2. Just got to watch it for Geese's counter, right? But man, the down forward counter hit.
There's the counter.
That's not the counter I was talking about. That was the counter hit, right? But man.
Oh man, and look at this destruction here. DBP not able to get anything going. Wow, final round, 5 straight rounds versus the champion of the last series.
This is unbelievable.
It's now or never, DBP. Final round here. Needs to get it going.
Dude, the step on the forward 4-2 even. Nice.
He's just too ready. This guy is just too ready.
Yo, Stormrazer, I am impressed. DBP, what do you got? Rage mode, last chance. Duck the high to nothing.
He scared him. He's scared.
Shook.
He's scared. Yeah. It's all falling apart.
Don't count Bob out, though.
There's always a chance.
Wall splat to resplat, jump over, no tech catch.
He didn't fall.
Wait. Oh. That's the worst. You have that moment where it's like a tiny opportunity that shouldn't have been there, but he didn't get it capitalized.
There, and you weren't ready for it.
Yeah.
Man.
Damn,
what a set.
Stormrazer.
6 straight rounds to Stormrazer, who is probably the odds-on favorite to win after that performance. I mean, that was explosive. I don't think we've had anything that dominant so far in the entire series. So, yeah, that was definitely something to note. I think all the other people in the top 8 should have their notepads out after that one.
No, I think you really got it, man. Stormrazer right here, these down 4s that he's doing with Geese have just been on point, and it's very rare to see a Geese player time that down 4.
Just look at this
chase was
well.
so good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what option he could have done to actually hit him there, because Bob gets away pretty far. But I love the double sidestep on the rage drive, right? Like,
I think
that
the
just
energy
shows
was
he's very ready.
The health was so low, he could have just done a Refuken maybe to get the chase down.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because the health looked quite low, but I did like the start. I did like the maneuvering. It was really impressive.
And that back 3-2 end the round there. And this is DBP's last chance, right? Get jump over, but Stormrazer didn't tech roll, and then drops this right here. But DBP's like, wait, what? I thought it was over. I stopped. I stopped playing. Stormrazer.
Man, that could have been a really big opportunity for DBP to get back in, because it's in those moments where you have the chance to break momentum, and you've got to take it, right? But momentum not broken, and that leaves Stormrazer in the winner's bracket. Moves into winner's semis there, and he's waiting for the winner of our next match, which is going to be K-Top versus Relinquished. Definitely up for that as well. This is a sick top 8, man. All 2-0 so far. All 2-0s.
All 2-0, pretty much all different characters that we've seen so far, and we're going to get more different characters in the top, right? Like, Tekken is one of these games actually where we're pretty lucky in that regard. We don't really get tournaments that often, I should say, where you have a bunch of one character that shows up in the top 8.
Yeah.
We've had our Evo Japans or something in the past.
I was about to say that. We have the 6 Zeros back again.
We've had small moments, at the launch of certain characters. But yeah, for the most part, players do use different characters, and it's one of those things. I don't know if it's like the same thing in the EU, but out here, if it's like, hey, I'm using Steve, so you use someone else, you know, like we don't need two Steves out in this area, right? But yeah, it's very cool. Something about Tekken, like people want to like make their own character, the one from that area.
For sure. Yeah, no, you're definitely right there. Let's jump into the player cards. We do have K-Top first, I believe. We can have a look at his resume, shall we say. And yeah, he's been very active in the game, in the scene, and also in the series as well. Zafina, character of choice, Konstantinos L. Yeah, the L is for legit, by the way, not for
I see.
L. Yes.
It's all W's today.
Check him out on social. Yeah, exactly. 92% win ratio there. I mean, I think the only loss was to the champion of the last one or something like that. So definitely an impressive win rate there.
Yeah, K-Top bringing out the Zafina. Zafina definitely one of the strong characters, but Relinquished out here. 18 years old from the UK.
Very, very young chap. Extremely explosive. Plays with a lot of confidence, a lot of high energy, and he brings his A game. And last tournament, I mean, he was probably the MVP of the tournament. His
really?
hype gameplay, his confidence, he was just putting it in. Like he was going ham, and it was working, you know. And so there was a lot of excitement around seeing him play. I'm very happy to see him back here in this top 8. But he has a tough opponent. K-Top is definitely no cakewalk, so this is going to be a good one.
And
sure.
yeah, I'm
but
just looking at
18, young chap. He's got it all to come. You know, he's got the experience, trained to ride. So it's a great time for him. You know, he's just doing his thing with Armor King, also a fun character to watch. Our first Zafina and Armor King of the tournament. I mean, it's a variety, like you said.
Yeah, it's great variety, right? And I'm just looking at the ages that we have for the players so far. And I think something like 6 out of or at least 5 out of our top 8 are all 23 or younger. Like that's a very interesting statistic for me. I'm curious to see, you know, when we have other regions, what their age groups are like. Because, you know, when you look at the scene like this and you think, okay, these players in 5 or 6 years, like who's even coming up in these other countries or continents, you know? These will be the players that really step up over time. So that's going to be a lot of fun to see that flesh out, essentially.
I think that you know, the fact that we now have online helps people to get involved, because it's you don't have to be part of an offline scene. You don't have to go to a tournament. You don't have to go to a venue. You know, you can just be at home and learn about the scene through things like this open series. You know.
Yeah. Before you'd have to travel.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. You have to get on a bus.
Exactly.
You have to get on a plane, or you have to drive somewhere at least, right? You know. So.
Right. At the minimum.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to find someone else that you can play with. Hey, are you good? Are you even going to be there that day? You know.
I remember when I was first in LA, and I was surprised that like we had to drive to get breakfast. It's like we can't eat here. No, you have to drive. It's like a 20-minute drive. It's like,
yeah. Get in the car to go anywhere out here.
Oh man, I ended up quite liking that after a while. It's pretty fun.
Oh really?
Heihachi. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that was unexpected, right? We were thinking maybe Armor King.
Well, the thing is with this guy is he has amazing electrics. I mean, it was Armor King before, so he had dark uppers, but his hit percentage on dark uppers was like 20 out of 20 for the entire tournament. He didn't whiff any, none were blocked. It was all, so I'm looking forward to this Heihachi.
Yeah, and Heihachi and Armor King, both of those characters had improvements, right? So it's kind of like the character he uses, both improved in the latest patches.
Look at this.
Nice punish.
How much did he pay for these buffs? Why his character? Look! He's getting started. He's getting started.
Dude, I love that too, right? He did a forward dash into a back dash. It's like, are you gonna whip? Boom! There's the electric.
What? You can't just start with a perfect. 12 wins in a row. He's trying to make it 13. Is he gonna carry on that streak and win the tournament? Oh my gosh!
You're Relinquished. MVP again. Dude, into replay. Damn,
man,
that was so good.
Everything. I told you, this guy is serious, man. These electrics are no joke.
The timing of those electrics. Yeah, that pressure from Zafina very annoying to deal with, but you can see no damage.
He's not getting any damage, though. Yeah,
like this.
Okay, gets a sweep finally. Counter here. Forward 4 blocked. Oh, getting cheeky.
Oh man, that's very punishable. Yeah, he could have electric there. I think he just got the down for 2.
Yeah. Oh, that was. That's gonna be it.
You love to see it. Relinquished up 2 rounds to 0 here. Starting off very strong.
Super strong. Very aggressive. I'm glad he hasn't toned that down, even though it's Heihachi and Armor King.
Yeah, this time opting not to try to interrupt the electric. He's like, oh, okay, I wasn't quite ready for that one.
Yeah, playing it smart. He's 2 rounds up. Doesn't need to take any stupid risks.
Dude.
Every single time. Man. Oh, that could have been game right there.
He's making me want to use Heihachi against Zafina, is what I'm seeing.
Man. This is hype.
Like, these down threes, I block all these. Whilst I'd won all day. The strings, though.
Yeah. Gotta be ready for those.
Yeah, just take your time. Backdash away from the stances. Down forward 1-2 here. K-Top finds the rage drive, though. And that should be a wrap for K-Top. All right, K-Top, not out of it just yet.
Clutch comeback there, man. Thought it was down and out, but K-Top says, no, I'm still alive in this one. I'm about to bring it back.
You know, I think K-Top might. I can see the confidence building right now. Down back twos, chunking away
He's
at the
getting
legs,
used to
though.
it. He's getting used to the style. Look at, I mean, the level of confidence is just completely different to the opening of the game. Look at this. He's definitely more involved now. And this could be bad news for Relinquished.
Yeah, and I think he's recognizing that, you know, he can't just run in throwing out buttons. Otherwise, he might get electric boy, but he still threw that out.
Wow, down forward 1-2, nicely placed.
Pressure now.
Oh, they punish.
Double hell sweep.
And that's going to be it. Over to the wall. Continues the sweep damage. And Relinquished. A moment of doubt there after that clutch rage drive from K-Top, but he resumed control at the end. I think that's the best way to put it. He kind of, it was back to regularly scheduled programming, you know, after that round. He was like, okay, we're doing this now. But yeah. K-Top started to adapt a little bit, it looked like. But yeah, I think the ball is definitely still in Relinquished court. And here we see solid defense here in the replay.
Yeah, I mean, the way things started, it was really these electrics, right? I mean, just the spacing of them, letting K-Top throw something out so that he would have something to whiff punish. And that wild stand, too, from Hayachi, so good, so evasive. But, man, you know, the defense of the down three is also not easy to do. And that was such a good interrupt, right? You're facing a launcher. You know the second it's going to be a launcher if you're off time there. But still challenging with that electric and getting the punish. Very good stuff.
Look at this chase down with the electric over to the wall. And this is what I mean. You know, he's 18. He's full of zest and full of life, and he just wants to express himself, you know, and it's great to see. I love the energy. That
makes way more sense now that you put it that way. I was like, okay, yeah, he's 18. He's like, yeah, I haven't lost in tournaments multiple times. I'm trying to interrupt the thing that might launch me. You know?
Yeah, he's just going in. I'm just playing my game, and that's the best way to be, especially if you're starting out, because you want to build that experience count in every situation. You need to go for those things that get you launched, so you learn. Oh, okay, I can't interrupt there, or I can't interrupt when I'm not prepared in that way, and stuff like that. And then if you get the launch like he did, it's like, oh, I can do this. You know, it works in practice and in the real thing, and this builds confidence. So yeah, K-Top definitely got a few things to think about after that first game. I'm interested to see what he's going to bring now.
Yeah, and K-Top definitely, we saw him slow down a little bit at the end, which I think is going to be very important here. Like, he cannot be whipping. Yeah. And I do like that he stuck with Zafina here. I know he's also got a Julie he could have used, but I think that the Zafina was figuring things out. And obviously, first and two is very hard to switch characters, especially when your character's starting to gather data, at least, right, from that first game.
And I like what he said as well. Like, you're right. He started to slow him down, and it was working. It was working. After he got the rage drive and then brought the round back, the match started to look a bit different. And I think he needs to do more of that. I think he needs to do more of just not letting himself get steamrolled, you know? And definitely.
Yeah, and he's definitely like a little bit more aggressive of a player, right? But Zafina, you know, her defensive tools are just so strong in terms of just movement. Gosh. Yeah, that was pretty nice.
Big damage right there.
What? Oh no, the full crouch mix. Yo, Relinquished.
He didn't know what was coming there.
I didn't know what was coming there. Double dunked on him. Hey, look at these blocks, the down threes from Zafina, man. If you can do that, it really shuts her down.
He's always ready for that. Why is he like always ready? Oh my goodness, the whiff punish from downtown.
Yeah, that's the beauty of when you're a strong Mishima player.
Press the button.
Wow, I was gonna say, I don't think Last is gonna connect here. Okay, can you make something happen? Nah, looking like a Relinquished needs one more round to move on the winner side of things here.
This is insane. K-Top not able to do anything right now. Eating all kinds of pressure. Man, I actually definitely paid this electric door.
Okay, again, this on the triple.
He said, don't lie down on the job. Get up. Oh, counter hit from K-Top. First one of the set for him. Oh.
All day, yup.
Oh, the setup. He conditioned him. He conditioned him for that.
Oh no! And the counter.
My gosh.
And you know, K-Top had a chance. Blocked the hell sweep. Could have had a full launcher there. Instead, got a little poke, and then instantly Relinquished like counter, boom, gotcha, game over.
Back 4-2, back 4-2, back 4-2, back 4-2. That conditioning was L'Oreal. He was waiting for that. He just knew he's going to press the button, wall splat, perfect combo, and what a series there from Relinquished. Really impressive stuff.
Yeah, very, very nicely done. Going to be very interesting to see how he does as he progresses through this tournament. That Heihachi looking very strong. But looking back at it now, this was ridiculous. If you stay on the ground there, you're going to get launched. You got to get up.
That's your alarm clock right there. Heihachi Mishima gets you out of bed in the morning.
Yeah, he's trying to hit that snooze button. Damn.
And the downtown electric, the Mogura, the mole, because it comes from underneath the soil and comes up. They call that the mole in Japan.
Really?
Yeah, if you do the delayed crouch dash electric, they call that the mole, the Mogura.
Interesting.
So yeah, and look at the damage. And this was it here. Yeah, that was the last chance. Great read on the rage drive. He knew it was coming. K-Top needed something, and that seals our winners semis matches there. Mayhem, Eddie versus Stormrazer, Relinquished. And I gotta say, all 2-0s, I don't think we could have a more aggressive winners semis. There is no chill in any of these matches. There is no chill.
And we got two Heihachis advancing here too, right? So that's pretty interesting. Like Heihachi's, his buffs paying off here, right? But of course, guys, if you guys are watching this Open Series, if you guys want to be a part of it yourselves, make sure you guys go on over to compete.playstation.com. That's where you guys can sign up for the tournaments, free to enter. We got sick prize pools, a lot of fun just to learn to play. If you guys aren't doing that as well, I think it's probably one of the best ways to get introduced to competitive fighting games.
Definitely, definitely. And hey, if Tekken's not exactly your thing, there's Guilty Gear Strive over there, there's FIFA, there's a ton of games over there. So head on over to the site, check everything out that's going on, and get involved because, I mean, it's here. Free to enter, like Rip said, and there's cash to be won. There's cash and prizes, man. I mean, who doesn't want a bit of free cash?
Exactly. But guys, we do have to take a short break. Don't go to when we come back, the Open Series final will continue.
Masters event registration for the Tekken Online Challenge 2021 seasons open up July 31st. Each master event up to 300 circuit points up for grabs and a $2,000 prize pool. Starting from August 21st, there will be a master event held for each region. See the schedule here to find when your local master event will take place. This year, the Tekken Online Challenge has expanded to 14 regions across the globe. If you're from any of the countries or regions listed, you can compete. For this season of Tekken Online Challenge, community events are a part of the circuit once again through the dojo system. Upcoming dojo and master events can be found on the new Tekken tournament portal. All the information you need to know about the new season is available at TekkenWorldTour.com. Go to TekkenWorldTour.com to begin signing up and competing in the Tekken Online Challenge 2021 season.
Welcome back, guys, to the PlayStation Tournament Open Series monthly final for Tekken 7 for the European region. I'm Rip here with Ryan Hart. We had some very exciting first-round matchups. A lot of steamrolls, a lot of 2-0s the whole way through. But, of course, that just means that as we move into this tournament farther, you know, the matchups are going to get crazy, right? Because everyone has won with 2-0, and that's exactly where we're headed. We're headed to the winner side of the bracket, and it's going to be some good matches coming away. We got a couple Heiachis in there, we've got Fakamram in there, and we've also got a very, very good Geese Howard in there, Stormrazer.
Oh yeah, super, super impressive there. Dispatching of DBP, the champion of the last Open Series, 6 straight rounds. DBP was unable to get a single round versus Stormrazer. Geese Howard just all over the place, control, central every step of the way, and he moves forward there into that winner's semi-spawn. He's going to be taking on Relinquished. But the first match we're going to be jumping into in this top 4 winner side is Mayhem versus Eddie. Heihachi versus Fakamram, possibly. They both do use multiple characters, but yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, a lot of interesting possibilities coming this way, right? Mayhem versus Eddie. We saw Mayhem, you know, he had a little bit of a rough start, right, when he went against Lynn's Elisa earlier. But Eddie, you know, right out the gate, you know, pure offense with the Fakamram. We didn't get to see any other character from him yet so far, but the Fakamram is on point. Going to be very hard to deal with. Mayhem, like I said, he's gonna have to clean things up just a little bit. But when Mayhem got started, we started seeing the Omen Thunder Godfist stuff come out at the very end of his match. You know, the confidence was built up. So we'll see if they can bring out. And you see what the people in the chat think right now. They think that Eddie is going to be the victor. 68% of the chat think so, at least.
Yeah. There's a nice chunky 32% that think that it's not going to go his way, though. So that also means something as well. But yeah, Eddie definitely really impressive against King, you know, in that first set. And then, of course, Mayhem versus Lynn. That was a good game, too. I mean, I feel like Lynn kind of, you know, it seemed like it was... She had a few moments of hope, but then everything got shut down, you know, and she couldn't really get anything going. And yeah, Mayhem, very, very aggressive. But then I realized that they're all just really aggressive, so it's like, you know, they're all playing like that.
New young generation.
Really cool. Yeah, I think this is going to be about who can draw first blood. This is about who gets their game going first on the other guy, because both of these guys seem very, very unstoppable once they get going.
Exactly. And, you know, I think specifically... I'm curious about how Eddie's going to approach the matchup with Fakamram, right? We saw him be completely aggressive earlier, but if you do that against a Mishima, you know, you're just going to get electric. You know, we'll see what Mayhem wants to do here. Because Heihachi, you know, he's got the electric for the keep out. He's also got just his jab can be so effective now at keeping characters out. I'm wanting to know if Fakamram's, like, jet kick actually can like avoid the jab, because you know it reaches so far forward, but Fakamram kind of like dips back just before he does that jet kick. So I mean, we'll see.
Down 3+4 is a great counter with Fakamram, and that can be, you know, be out electric, can be out jab. I mean, a lot of Heihachi's go-to pokes, you know, 1-1 could actually get stuffed by that. And the other thing, Heihachi has a lot of really good safe mids, right? Which is, you know, not always the case with Mishimas. So he's got a lot of angles to attack Fakamram from, so he's not going to really get pinned down by pokes all day. You know, he's got options. So yeah, it's going to be, I think it's going to be a case of how well they can navigate the space between them, because that introduces the whiff punishing and stuff like that. But yeah, in terms of just a poking game, Heihachi doesn't really want to let Fakamram get into that space where he can start using all the mix-ups. You know, like the string mix-ups.
The down forward one strings, etc.
I think that's where Heihachi will suffer in this one. But yeah, if he can keep it at that perfect space where he can play the whiff punish game, I think he's in with a good chance.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one for sure. Here we go. Sounds like they're loading into it already. Mayhem versus Eddie. I assume we're going to see Heihachi and Fakamram. You know, we've been talking about it, but maybe that's not they're going to choose. There it is.
Yeah. Because Eddie likes to press buttons. He wants to hurt you. So there's going to be room for whiff punishing there. There's going to be space to kind of deploy some side steps. There's going to be options here, but it's going to be about who gets going on what first, because there's only a best of 3 set here. It's not a long set. You don't have a long time to adapt. It's got to all happen straight away. So here we go. Game 1 about to begin.
And of course, guys, top 4 will be getting into that cash payout, and the winner of this will be guaranteed in the top 4. Exactly, they'll be in the money. Duomo de Sirio for game 1.
to put on my money glasses. Let's go.
Whoa, different glasses for money? What?
Money specs right here.
All right.
Let's go. Show me the dollar signs. All right. So, round 1. Okay, he's pressing buttons. He wants to hurt you. Oh, 1, 1, 2.
Oh, yeah.
And, great chance for whiff punish. Wasn't ready, though.
Yeah, no throw break.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, the tracking on that.
Well, okay. I was curious what the punch is going to be on. The forward 4-2.
Starting to schmix him. He's letting
Look
into
out.
that space, and down we go.
I mean, if you weren't going to swing, you're gonna get guard broke anyway, I guess. Spring kick, though. Whoa. Oh, man. He had the back dash for the toe kick, but didn't get a whiff punish on it, and that's going to cost him the round.
Top of the dome with the elbow.
Yo, Mayhem's got a 10-win streak. What?
Yeah, he didn't have those wins before. He's been practicing in the break. Okay.
Hey, just do it. While standing 3.
Gotta go for it, man. Gotta go for it. Into the race drive.
Oh, no.
They tried to scoop him up there.
Yeah, and
Back
no
2.
punish at all on the back one.
Oh.
Yo, we're caught up, though.
Oh, the forward 4.
Yo, it's
Sit
Mayhem
back
out here.
down.
I mean, I
even
can't
think
believe he
about
won that
getting
round, to be honest. That was a rough one.
Close games.
Oh, no.
The reads on these guys. Okay. Trying to keep him pinned down at the wall here. No punish on that. Oh, 7 golden letters.
Yeah, a little off time, low to close out the round. No low parry going to be there.
All right.
What?
Oh, what a read.
Where did that come
was
from, right?
ready.
He did. Before that, he had done 2 sets of jabs, backdashed out, came back in, instant while standing 3. Like, what?
This is not looking good.
Uh-oh, spoiling.
We were sinking there. All right.
Yeah, every
so
time I
here
see
we
that
go.
sinking, it's spoiling. You know, it's a spoiler, dude. It's
Yeah. All right. So Eddie takes that first game very dominantly, actually. Towards the end there, it didn't look like there was much going on for Mayhem. It looked really tough. Just the control. It's what I was saying, like the space control when you get into that zone of being able to mix them up. And it's an uncomfortable space for Hachi. He doesn't really have room to move anywhere and position anything, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And
yeah,
this round is impressive. Like, right there, you know, he backdashed that toe kick. You know, if he was more ready to whiff punch with, you know, anything,
Forward 4-2.
it would
Yeah,
have
there
been
was
better.
a great opportunity there. Definitely well spotted there. And
Yeah,
then
Eddie's.
the wall carry, and such a deadly wall carry as well. Look how far it goes.
No, right? Everything from Fuck Realm goes very far, I feel like.
Yeah, so true. Gets the stomp. A nice forward 4 there to floor him. And that covers a few good options as well, that move. But look at that. How did he know? The psychic. Yeah, and
Now that you
just
said
looked
it-
really, just looked really tough at the end there.
Yeah, but now that you said it, it's like, how did he know? And I feel like that's just a conditioning thing, right? Like, you do jabs at someone, they're going to want to jab back just to, like, do something just as fast they can interrupt you back with it. Like, okay, all right, I did 2 sets of jabs. I'm going to backdash. I'm going to come back easy with jab. So I'm going to duck it and instantly launch him.
It's
Smart
always
stuff.
interesting. Smart stuff. Yeah, it's always interesting what players go for when they're winning and when they're not winning. That mix-up that we just saw him do, that's definitely I'm a 2-0 up lead. I'm ready to go for
Exactly.
this big thing now. You know, I'm going to do this. If I get this,
I'm
I
going to catch
close
him
it.
off guard. Yeah.
If I get this, the
good.
game's over. If I don't get it, well, he only gets a round. I'm still winning. You know, so it's one of those things. All right,
Yeah,
so
that's
game
awesome.
2, Mayhem got his work cut out for sure, man. That was not looking pretty in that one.
Yeah,
See
Eddie
if he
definitely
can
looking
switch it
like a
up here.
favorite. And
Yeah.
Vermilion Gates going to be the stage that we're going to this time around. Definitely one of the prettiest DLC stages they've added, period.
It really is, isn't it? I love the colors, man.
I remember early Tekken 7, people were like, dude, there's not enough stages in this game. We need more stages. And boy, did they give us some nice stages, you know?
We've got so many now.
No
yeah,
one's complaining about the stages anymore, that's for sure.
There's 2 things you can't complain about, and that's character choice and stage choice. Got a lot of those, which is really good. All right, so better start here from Mayhem. Oh, getting chased down, though, finding himself with his back to the fence.
And you know, no one wants to hit a button when Fox was just dashing in your face, I guess. Beautiful step.
Nice. Sick punish, and this is looking good. Down we
I don't
go.
know about that. I think that balcony break was a bad idea. The scaling now is
He's
worse.
left him alive, and look at this. Rip, you might be right here.
It's working out, though. It's working out. Yeah, if he had
was
just
a
done a wall
chance.
combo, he would have killed him.
Yeah. remember that, guys. Sometimes it's better to keep your opponent upstairs.
Yeah, balcony breaks, wall breaks. You know, the scaling is pretty big. But man, all right, Mayhem off to a good start here. Got the first round, big lead here in round 2.
All right. Oh, forward 2 underneath. Great high crush.
That was kind of opposite.
So
Yeah, it's
Two
kind of like, you know how
straight
that
moves.
while standing 3 Eddie hit? You know, that was what that forward 4-2 from Heihachi was. Like, you're going to come with jabs again, right? I'm going to go underneath my turn this time.
Slash kick. Down back to getting aggressive here. Confidence is building for Mayhem. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. I like the jet kick attempt.
Yep,
Yes.
guaranteed.
Damn,
Oh,
he got up
caught
with
him.
it. Big damage. Rage mode for Fakamram.
Ooh,
Beautiful
nice
block.
Wow. 3 straight rounds, turns it all the way around after such a confident win that first game from Eddie. And now I don't know what's going to happen. That looked really, really good. I'm not sure what changed. He played different that game. He was.
I want to watch
was,
that first round back. Yeah.
Well, what I noticed differently is he started playing a counter hit game. He wasn't waiting for space to happen and then playing the control game. He started intercepting. He was going in more. You look at this. He's creating offense. You know, he wasn't doing that as much in the first game.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
here's that balcony break you said he shouldn't have done.
Yeah, potentially
Just about-
shouldn't have done it. I mean, when it
Yeah,
works
yeah,
out, you
could
can't
have
say shouldn't have done it, right? Like, just 3 rounds straight, so it was the right choice. And this year, you know, that was potentially going to be a guard break situation, but Mayhem ready for the mix-up instead, got the block, got the win. 3 rounds straight, and, you know, Heihachi is so good. And you're talking about how he's taking the offense to Fakamram instead, right? That one forward 2 he caught him with, you know, that's usually Eddie's being very aggressive in his forward momentum, right? Like, he wants to come straight at you. And so he's like, all right, I'm going to stop you by doing this forward 4-2. It's going to go underneath your jabs. It's going to find its mark. Also, the down back 2s from him started coming out, right? Like, it's a very risky low from Heihachi, but if people aren't blocking it, it's going to hit. It's going to do some decent damage.
Yeah,
and he made it add up.
damage. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it really looked good that second game. Mayhem got into his stride and a little bit more confidence there. And, you know, you illustrate a bit of confidence. That can get into your opponent's head. They're like, oh, okay, this wasn't happening last game. Has he figured me out? What's going on? Why isn't my stuff working? And all of a sudden, you start asking yourself 20 questions mid-game, and you're not thinking about what's happening. And meanwhile, the other guy's building all the momentum. So, yeah, that can happen. And you don't get a lot of time to think in a best of 3. So you do a lot of the thinking in the set, you know, in the actual real time.
Switch.
You know? What? Can you switch character? Oh,
switch.
wow.
Yeah, he lost.
No,
So
I thought he was on that side. That's why I was like, what? But yeah, they switched sides. Bob, okay, let's see this.
That's going to be very interesting. Obviously, Eddie's Bob is ridiculously good as well. I like the option here, right? Because the Fakamram was clearly beat in game 2, but the question mark is always, is the player ready with that character, right?
Exactly.
Like, we know Eddie's ready, but with the character, we'll find out.
Are you ready to go for the final game right now for a slot in winners finals? That's the question.
Yeah, this
here we
true.
go.
It's for the money. Big block,
Oh,
small
man.
punish. Okay, could have been more.
Not the way you want to start the set. Oh, okay, that's a bit better.
Yeah, just do it.
Okay.
Up.
Yep, guaranteed. Scoops him up here, Baskin Robbins. Oh! Oh, what? Let him off. Let him off lightly there.
Wow!
Underneath the
Yo,
electric.
the wall!
Wow.
He had rage too. He could have just rage drive. Oh,
That was really unfortunate there.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely got a lot more on that exchange.
sidewall situation, you know, sometimes you really just got to spend the rage. Good block.
Nice. Wow, he
Dude.
just dashes straight in afterwards.
Yeah, I can't believe he went underneath the electric with it. That was clean.
That was sick, yeah. Okay, yep. No punish.
Dude, the electric from Mayhem.
The
wall.
interception, man. It's working.
No!
This is the
What
same
was that?
Fakamram tactic.
You're right.
So, yeah, he's basically picking up from where he left off with Fakamram. But it's not working out so far, unfortunately. He's getting moments, but then they're not. The moments he's getting are not turning into rounds.
You dropped the
That's
wall
thing.
combo there that time,
Oh,
too.
man, and Eddie's confidence is sky high right now. Look at this.
Yes,
Guaranteed.
good confirm.
He's efficient. 1, 2. No sidestep, says Eddie.
Dude. Oh,
that's
my
it.
goodness. Wait.
Oh, he misses it.
Big opportunity here.
Race drive. Hell sweep.
Hell sweep, double hell sweep, maybe? Woo, boy.
Oh, if he committed to that, that might have been a wall splat.
I thought honestly that he was gonna low parry there, but nicely done by Eddie. Holds on to stay in the tournament on the winning side of the bracket. Guaranteed into the money now. Congratulations, Eddie, our first qualifier into the top 4.
He answered our question when we said, "Are you ready, man?" 3 straight rounds.
Yeah.
He was ready. He was ready to pick the character. I mean, clearly been working on Bob as well as Falcon Ram. You know, looked perfectly prepared. But interesting. Yeah, I think that first game with Falcon Ram was Rage Drive, right?
Rage Drive. As soon as you see the sidewall coming, right, and you know they're not going to cleanly splat. Yeah.
You know you're not going to get anything better than Rage Out sometimes. You just got to do it.
Yeah, and Eddie right there, that was so perfect. Right underneath the electric. And, you know, Mayhem was still in it, though, right? Like, this is still that second round, and no wall combo here. Like, that was the turning point.
That hurt him, definitely. Oh, man. And then the wall splat there from Eddie. And it was all downhill for Mayhem after that, unfortunately. So he's going to drop down into the lower bracket, and Eddie is our first player in the winners' finals.
Yeah, it was still close at the end here, though, right? Like, if that was a low parry, the wall was right behind it.
Yes. Yes, and there you see it. Eddie sitting pretty in the winners' final, waiting for the winner of Stormrazer and Relinquished, a match I'm really excited to see as well.
Yeah, you can see updates down below as well, right? Cloud over Lynn. So Lynn is out of here. K-Top over DBP. So DBP out of 7th place here.
Wow.
Pretty big surprise. But it will be K-Top who goes up against Mayhem later.
Did not predict that. I don't think many people would have predicted that moving into this top 8. That, you know, we would see him drop out 0-2 here in the top 8. So shout out to DBP though. There's always next time. Definitely still a sick player. But up next, it's going to be Stormrazer with that really amazing Geese versus the brutal and barbaric Heihachi, just brutalizing every opponent that steps in his path. So who do you guys think is going to win? That's a very good question at the moment. I'm interested to see what you guys think.
This is very difficult to answer too, right? I think Stormrazer is a very, very aggressive Geese. The chat seems to think it's Relinquished here. Yeah, you know, just a little bit, 63%. But Relinquished, you know, we saw the Heihachi last time, but we were both kind of expecting to see Armor King, right? So it may not even be Heihachi. It could be Armor King. We'll see what she decides to go with. But I did like the Heihachi. The Heihachi was very good.
Me too. I really liked it. Last tournament I saw mostly Armor King, which was also cool. But this time, you know, so I didn't know what to expect from Heihachi, but it it definitely didn't fail to deliver.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So, yeah.
Man. All right, let's see what happens though. You know, Relinquished obviously going to be ridiculous regardless, but I'm really curious about this Geese Howard out of Stormrazer because the way he played that first set today, he looks unstoppable.
Yeah, that was if he knows every matchup that well, he's winning this one. The way, no.
How do you stop him? I mean, you know, we say that, but at the same time, what we just saw from Eddie with his Bob a second ago was also ridiculous. You know, if he plays that way with his Bob, that's terrifying. And I was actually thinking about it during that last match we just saw. You know, when he's dashing in your face with Falcon Rom, like, that's a little bit scary. But when he's doing the same thing with his Bob, I'm, like, absolutely mortified. Like, I don't want to do anything against Bob. Especially, he's wave dashing and then your back's to the wall. Like, dude, I don't want to deal with Bob like that. That's crazy. It's no fun.
Insane, man. I mean, the thing is, like, you know, he's dashing up in your face and you're waiting for the right moment to press buttons. You don't want to get counter hit, but you don't really want to give up a lot of space because you're giving up so much space when he's edging you to the wall like that. And then by the time you do press something, you're at the wall, then he counter hits you and then you eat a ton of damage. So it's quite a tricky conundrum because you can't just recklessly press something because Falcon Ram's got, you know, if you get hit mid-screen, he's definitely got the wall carry range. He's going to take you to the wall. And if you don't press anything to be safe, then you lose your real estate. Now you're backed up against the wall, nowhere to go. So yeah, that's a scary proposition, man. When he does it so well, he's very confident. He's very confident. He's just dashing. So yeah.
And that's his playstyle, right? It's the speed he plays at. I remember, you know, I played Lynn like way back when, like 2010.
What?
And Stormrazer. He's like, all right, I showed you the Geese. Here's the Akuma. And on the other side, Relinquished was like, I showed you the Heihachi. Here's the Armor King. So you get Armor King versus Akuma here.
Wow.
On Howard Estate.
This is not the match I expected at all.
No.
So, wow. All right. Going to be a good one. I mean, Akuma, yeah, why not, right? He's a beast as well.
He's got 0 wins with Akuma.
He's just testing him out. First time he's ever used him. 0 wins with Armor King.
Can you imagine? Actually,
here we
first
go.
time ever? Yeah, right. Wow, good call out with the hop kick there versus the down 3. Oh, get back up on this wall. Teleport through, nicely done. Wow, the fireball barely clipped him. Air fireball from Akuma is actually just one of the most annoying things to deal with.
Goes for the hop kick, gets blocked, and not really a big punish though. Oh, the giant swing, it's escaped though. Nice block on the swing, but no punish. Oh man, eats the DP for his troubles. Demon flip, nicely blocked. Yes, gets the
hop kick anti-air.
Yeah, hop kick anti-air. I was gonna say he gets the float, but it was like a hop kick anti-air, wasn't it? Nice float there. Okay, so Armor King relinquished first round here.
Yeah, looking good, right?
Looking for that dark upper.
Definitely something you don't see out of a Heihachi.
Wow.
That was really good. Oh, yeah, missed the dash on the combo.
Follow-up. And look at this, another dark upper.
Yeah, you talked about how well he plays his electrics and his dark uppers, right? I mean, you can tell it's still the same game plan.
Check it out. I mean, the evidence is right here. He just lands them. He just lands them every time.
I mean, if I was a Mishima or an Arm King, I would love to have that as my stat. Yeah, lands all the dark uppers and electrics. Yes, sure.
Every time. Oh man, he spent a bar on that and wasn't able to get any damage, unfortunately. Stormrazer looking like he's in a little bit of trouble. His other 2D character's not working out. Oh, Rage Art.
That's good.
Gonna get good on that.
I mean, he was getting mauled, right? And he's got low health, so it's gonna do more damage here.
Yeah.
It's also a good get-offy tool, and now if he can just get something started, he can just turn things around. Giant swing here into a wall could be a big turn. Spring kick, wow.
Oh,
I like it.
Oh, I like the read, though. I like the guess.
Yeah.
I like the hop kick guess. That was good.
It's definitely risky, right? But that's Relinquished. He's 18 years old. He's a youngin'. He's like, yeah, whatever, dude.
And if he got that, that was probably the game. So yeah, I respect that. And look at this round. Shining Wizard. Stormrazer unable to tech that one. And oh my gosh.
Wow.
What a round. That was just insane. Just all over him. No questions asked.
Totally. I forget the notation of that move where Armor King steps to the side and punches, but that move is so evasive, right? So at first, Akuma jumped back. I was like, all right, what's he going to do now? He jumped right back at me, just whoop out of here. I don't even care. It's going to work.
And really good damage with the follow-up as well. Follow-up shoulder. A lot that hurts a lot. So you don't worry about that.
Ton.
But man. So here we see the demon flip. Yep, blocks the chop. And then there's that flow with the hop kick. Yep, breaks the wall. Runs over. Oh, the back turned low.
And this was so curious. He looked like something was wrong. Like he was just standing. I'm just standing. Come do something. Just surprised. Everything's working fine.
I was wondering if he's having like controller issues because he wasn't even trying to sidestep the fireballs or anything.
That's the thing about online that's different than offline too, right? Like when people just stand still, you're like, "Are you okay? Is your controller working?"
What is he doing? Yeah.
Yeah. Like even offline, if somebody stops moving for that second, you just kind of like freeze up. You're like, "Are you okay?" And then they're just talking. You're like, "Oh gosh, I gotta focus." It's much easier to recognize the situation. But here at the very end of it. Boom! Off the side.
Really nice. Relinquished, man. Really solid play there. So that's just the first game. I wonder if we might see Storm go for the Geese, because I think that Geese could probably do I don't know, because I don't know the extent of his Akuma, but at least from what we've seen of the two characters so far, his Geese definitely looks more prepared right now.
Yeah, and I personally, as a player, I don't like the idea of switching your character when you're doing so well with the other one.
That's true.
That's the part that's a little bit bothered me. But earlier we were talking about it. People have multiple characters now. That's not something that really existed in Tekken. In the last few games at least.
I mean, I think it might be a matchup thing as well. Maybe he just prefers against Armor King not to go with Geese for some reason.
Yeah, and I mean,
so there could be that. It could be a bit of that.
Sticks it out with Armor King.
He's decided to stick with Akuma here, which is interesting.
What I meant. Yes. Sticks it out with Akuma. And they ran him back to Howard Estate as well. What are the odds of that?
Yeah.
Man.
Okay. Yeah, true. Random select. Yeah.
Let's see if he can turn things around.
See. Yeah, game 2.
Yeah, I like the game plan out of Relinquished too. Like, he recognized that the down threes and down fours are coming, so he's like, I'm just gonna throw out hop kicks for him.
Runs into that.
Doesn't get the conversion though.
Yeah, he's been missing a few conversions with it because he has had some opportunities, but the damage isn't there. That's what I've been noticing.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Ouch. Nice hop kick. Okay. Gets the sweep. Shakunetsu.
That was so good. Beautiful step and got the punish off it. Dunks him down.
Gonna do it. Oh, the alley kick denied. Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh, clip that. The double low escape into the wall bounce. Into the wall break, and then the finish. That was so sick.
Jumper jumping, man.
Damn.
Stormrazer gets around without Akuma.
Fishing for that down 2. He wants to spend the bar on it. He wants the damage guaranteed.
Hey.
There you go.
Whoa, super late.
I'm not sure about that DP. Wow, and he's jumping over the lows so well. Gonna get off me. He's down
All
for
day.
things. Oh,
No blue
guaranteed.
stuff?
Guaranteed Shining Wizard. Oh, War Rising 3 clipped him. Akuma with those long toenails. All right. Tatsumaki gets Dark Upward for his troubles. And over to the wall we go. Akuma has access to 1 bar. He's going to want to spend it on a confirm here. He needs the damage.
Had the down 2, but didn't have a fireball buffer behind it.
Man,
my God.
he's not going to need it at this rate with these downpour 3s. Oh man, look at that. The game won just like that. And what a turnaround. 3 straight.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I still don't like the Akuma as much as the Geese. There's a lot of drop combos, a lot of damage left the table, but it's getting it done, right? 3 rounds straight.
I was
Can't really
honestly
complain.
thinking he needs... I was seriously thinking he needs Geese. Like, I was thinking there's no way. Like, the Akuma's
Yeah.
not working out. But that, after that, I'm silenced.
I mean, honestly, you know, if you compare the first game to the second game for Relinquished, you know, he didn't land the hop kicks that he landed. Like the first couple of rounds of the first game, there's a lot of hop kicks, but this was really the big turning point, right? It looked like Relinquished was going to pick up where he left off. The double jump over though,
Yeah.
Akuma gonna
sick.
jump.
double jump over
that
wall
started
break.
it.
So nice.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, yeah, thinking this is wall here too. We're in Howard Estate. Geese paying dividends even when he's not on the screen.
Okay. Oh, and you got clipped by that. Tried to dash in and capitalize on the damage. Wanted more. The low caught him, and that's it.
Yeah, there's the
Yep.
combo. All right, all right.
Damage.
I honestly didn't even pay attention to that last combo. You know, the rest of them were all dropped, but he hit the last one to close out that set.
There was more. There was more after that as well. There was more damage.
Yeah,
coming.
it's going to go all the way downstairs probably, you know, outside
Yeah.
in the snow. Why not?
Great
But
stuff
final
to both
game,
guys. So 1-1 now. I mean, you know, definitely an even set in terms of everything. Just the set count, but just even the momentum as well. They've both shown that they can steamroll the other one without any problems. And so, yeah, this is going to be a good one now.
And
to see who
Relinquished-
goes up against Eddie in the winners finals.
Yeah, Relinquished had an opportunity to switch characters here. Opts to stick to the Armor King for the Akuma matchup. I like that honestly because I think his game plan was to try to use the hop kick or the capital punishment to get over the lows, you know, and even
Right.
the hop kick to beat the anti-airs. So I think his game plan here
Yeah,
with Armor
true.
King is probably stronger than his Heihachi one would
It's a
be.
bit simpler. Yeah.
Yeah,
With Hayachi, you need too
definitely
many
simpler.
different things, right? Yeah. You got to optimize your stuff so that you have more capacity for the things that count.
Exactly.
So yeah, great stuff. All right, let's see what happens here. So final game. Stormrazer definitely built some momentum in that last game though, so it's going to be down to Relinquish to kind of simmer him, let's say, opening up. And there's a
There
good
you
chance.
go.
There's a good opening simmer.
Yeah, he did hit opening summer. Yeah, he didn't punish the down 4 last time. This time he gets the full launch on it.
What?
Gotta do
Straight
it.
into that DP.
No sir. Wow,
Oh.
doesn't get the launch though.
Could have got a bigger punish for sure.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate. Oh,
No, he missed the wizard.
the nerves are
Didn't
coming
kill.
in, man.
Harada care.
Oh, that could have been. Oh, doesn't have meter. He doesn't
have the
have
rage?
any
Okay,
meter.
I think he like that key charge looked like an upset of myself and I just smashed the controller and kind of key charge. Look at this combo. What in the world? A hop kick in the middle after the dark upper?
I don't think I've ever seen a combo like that before.
That was
All right,
cool.
so, yeah, it was sick. I didn't even think he could carry on after that. Dark upper, jab, hop kick, jab. Like what? Get off me. Probably going to start mixing up the throws soon. Gotta keep him guessing. They're both maneuvering around and look at the whip punish from dark upper again. So ready. Here we go. Oh, not dead yet. Yeah, that's dead.
Safe mid. And you know the dark uppers were definitely missing in game 2 for Relinquished, but right now they're back. Anti-air hop kick still there. Wave into hop kick. I
Nice.
love it.
Caught him ducking. Caught him ducking there. Nice follow up at the wall.
Hey.
Guaranteed. Ooh, Relinquish looking to take this one. One giant thing away. Oh, and there's the dark upper.
Should be it.
That might be all she wrote. Wow. So dominant there from Relinquished.
Yeah.
So dominant. Amazing stuff.
Very
Two
nice.
games to one. He really shut down his offense there in that last game. It was nice to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Relinquished, it was kind of unexpected, right? Because it was just a 3-round swing the other way. So very nice. But yeah, I still wish we had gotten the Geese and the Heihachi.
That would
like,
be sick.
I think it's cool that Relinquished did actually get the Armor King warmed up. The Armor King here in this final game is kind of like the total package Armor King, right? The whip punishing's all there, the combs were there, the punishes were there, the waivus were there. So it was really clean play from Relinquished overall. You know, a couple of combo drops, right? He's got Screw Attack and he knocked on the dash afterwards to get the Shining Wizard. So that's something he's got to watch out for when he is playing Armor King now. But that kind of stuff right there, right? Gets the whip from downtown. Gets the Waivu in there to punish with the Dark Upper.
Yeah.
Just very nicely done.
I noticed towards the end of rounds, there'll be both dropping stuff. Like, there'll be moments where they definitely can close the round and they'd just miss something that could definitely turn the round back. But yeah, it's one of those things, nerves. And also, it becomes a difficult chore when you've got the game won to just actually win it. But with that said, let's move on to the bracket. And here you see winners finals is all set up. It's going to be Eddie versus Relinquished. And these matches were 2-1 to get into this one. They've been grinding out to get these. Yeah, it's been hard now. It's been difficult, you know.
All 2-0s before, now we got the 2-1s, and now we're going to go to the winner final later with Eddie going up against Relinquished. Congratulations, Relinquished, guaranteed into that top 4. We saw the lower bracket, they're also getting squared away, right? But of course, guys, if you want to be taking part in these Open Series tournaments, make sure you guys go on over to compete.playstation.com. You know, right now, of course, you guys are watching Tekken 7. This is the European region, but this stuff's happening around the world, right? For multiple games, right? It's free to enter. Cash prizes.
They've got a ton of stuff, man. They've got Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme versus Maxi Boost. They've got MK11. They've got FIFA. They've got Soul Calibur 6, Rainbow Six, Apex Legends, and Auto Chess as well. So definitely run along over there. There's something for everyone. I mean, that game lineup definitely has something to tickle any appetite. So definitely head on over and get involved in the Open Series. But with that said, it's going to be time for a short break. And when we get back, it's going to be more winners action with the winners finals. Don't go anywhere.
Masters event registration for the Tekken Online Challenge 2021 seasons open up July 31st. Each Master event up to 300 circuit points up for grabs and a $2,000 prize pool. Starting from August 21st, there will be a Master event held for each region. See the schedule here to find when your local Master event will take place. This year, the Tekken Online Challenge has expanded to 14 regions across the globe. If you're from any of the countries or regions listed, you can compete. For this season of Tekken Online Challenge, community events are a part of the circuit once again through the dojo system. Upcoming dojo and master events can be found on the new Tekken tournament portal. All the information you need to know about the new season is available at TekkenWorldTour.com. Go to TekkenWorldTour.com to begin signing up and competing in the Tekken Online Challenge 2021 season.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, welcome. And if you've been here the whole time, welcome back. This is the PlayStation Open Series monthly finals for Europe. And my name is Ryan Hart, and I'm joined with Rip. And it's been super fast and furious all the way through here. Crazy, crazy aggression, just domination all the way through. 2 zeros right down the board. And here we see the brackets, and you can see what's transpired so far. And literally, that winner side, all 2 zeros, Rip, man. What do you think of that?
Exactly. I mean, the opening of this tournament was just insane, right? But then as we moved on in the bracket, things got a little bit closer. You see all the 2-1s that came out. We just saw Eddie take out Mayhem. Stormrazer Relinquished is an interesting one, but Stormrazer, opted to go with the Akuma there. I still wish we had seen the Geese Howard.
Howard, for sure. Really would have been a good one, but... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because of that, Stormrazer are going to be down in the lower bracket with that Geese. So we'll see, or potentially with that Akuma. Could have been potentially on the winner side. But instead, we've got Eddie here versus Relinquished as our next matchup. It is going to be the winner final. Both these players guaranteed top 3 already, but a win here guarantees them a top 2. And, we talked about the pricing earlier. 400 first, 300 for second. Obviously, that's a lot better to stay in the top 2 than it is to potentially get a third place finish, right?
Would be a good idea if you want to get paid that big, nice money. So, yeah, definitely good stuff. I mean, all these guys basically will get paid something, right? Because they're in that top 4 bracket at the moment.
Right.
But, yeah, they want first. They don't want to come second or third. They want to win. They want to be champion. And 65% of you say that Eddie is going to produce that result. He's looking like the most all-round at the moment because we've seen everyone steamroll, so we know the aggression level's there. But when it comes to being able to deal with pressure and take damage and then bring it back, I think Eddie's been able to deliver that the most so far. I mean, that might just be because of the matchups that we've seen. But yeah, Storm, Eddie... Relinquished, like all very, very, very aggressive, and Mayhem as well, extremely aggressive. We saw that in the first match versus Lynn. And but in terms of defense, I think we haven't seen everyone fully tested just yet. Not just yet. But Eddie's had a little bit of that. We've seen him on the back foot. We've seen him drop a game and bring it back. So there's been some room there to see his all-round stature. And I'm liking the shape of him right now. So, yeah, let's see what happens in this winners' finals. I think Relinquished, 18 years of age, still coming into his own, developing his style. And... I mean, winners' finals of tournaments at 18. That's no small feat.
I was just going to mention it, right?
That's a big statement right there.
Yeah, like to be 18 years old and making to a winners' final of a game of a series where everyone talks about the legacy skill required in it, right? And in general, even this top 8, I mentioned earlier, 5 out of the 8 top players are under 23 or under. Just a very young group of players we have here in this top 8. Showing the world what they can do essentially. So I'm very excited to see here. Relinquished, I think, is the player that I want to see succeed right now because Eddie's definitely the favorite. I love rooting for the underdog, right? But at the same time, Relinquished, with that Heihachi, I was very impressed. And then we saw the Arm King a second ago, still impressed. And I think you called it out earlier. His ability to just see a whiff and then find that electric, find that dark upper, even from very far away. I think that's just so impressive, especially as someone who's not a Mishima player, right? I think that's one of the big skills as a Mishima player is to get those long-range electric or punches, right?
Because went to hunt for those for sure.
Right, because myself, when I'm going against the Mishima, right, I'm thinking, I'm far enough away. I can whiff something here, just like bait him out, right? Nothing bad's gonna happen. And then for Relinquished, he's ready for those. You can tell.
Yeah, no, he really is. He's put the effort in. He's put the work in. He's clearly analyzed opponents as well because you have to have a good eye onto what they want to do and not just what, but when, to aim for that counter hit and get the launch. So you can see he's been doing his homework and he's been making it pay off. I mean, he's here in the winners' finals. Doesn't really get much better than that at this point. So, yeah, big shout outs to him. I wonder how often he plays because he just always seems so on point. I've only seen him this time in the last tournament. And in the last tournament, I think he also got to the winners' finals as well. So, yeah, very, very impressed with this young chap.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking about it like, both of us are, we're up there in age compared to Relinquished, right? We've lived like, we've probably both lived double Relinquished or more, right? So let's just be honest here. But, at the same time, when we were that age, I think that both of us probably had a lot more time to play games, going back to what you just asked about, right?
Definitely. We had more free time. We had more quarters to put into arcade machines. Yeah.
Yes. That was a completely separate struggle. I remember those days. But I think one of the things that it's so hard. I've been thinking about this recently, just myself as a competitor, is when you have that drive, right? You can't create drive? I think that's so difficult. Maybe you have advice for me for that later. That's a totally separate topic. But I feel like when you're young, you're like 18, late teens, early 20s, you have much more drive and motivation, to prove yourself to do well.
Let me kidnap your dog. I'll show you drive.
What?
Like you can create drive. It just all depends what it means to you. If winning means that much for you, you'll want to win. And I think what it is maybe getting older introduces different styles, different responsibilities in life that doesn't allow you to commit as much as a priority, for gaming anymore. You have to do other things now, and that takes up the bulk of your time, even though the fire still burns and the passion's still alive. So I think it just comes down to how important it is for you. It's one of the angles that makes the pro player model work, because some players that feel burnt out and plateaued often find a new challenge when they become pro players, because now there's something new to work for. You're working as part of a team. You're on Team Sony, and now you've got to represent the brand, and you've got to win tournaments and so on. So I think it comes down to what it means for you and why you're winning and what the purpose of training. Why get up in the morning to practice? It's those things. And yeah, if you want to keep the fire burning and the wheels turning, as they say, I think it's about having a drive that means enough for you. Some people have had journeys where, like in my case, where you kind of making money to help your family and stuff like that. It's a different kind of struggle for everyone, but each different drive motivates you in a certain way, and that produces the results. And of course, at the very end of that, it makes the win that much more special. So for these guys here, like Relinquished, he knows he's coming in as the experienced underdog. If you're just talking just strictly experience, he's at the bottom of the totem pole here. So his one of his journey missions is to prove to everyone that he can stay with the big dogs. He can deliver just as good as anyone else. He's definitely shown that so far. But then for someone like Eddie, it's like, well, even though you're good at doing what you do, I've got what I'm good at, and whether it's versatility or just all-round knowledge, or the composition of styles, being very patient but also being very aggressive, having the knowledge, knowing when to do what, showing that experience in delivery, not just theory fighting, but actually showing that on a big stage under pressure. That's what it comes down to with these two.
Yeah, and it seems like that's one of the big hurdles for a lot of players, right? Like there are so many new players that have kind of come up during this pandemic, when we were kind of in this online era of Tekken 7 now, right? And so many of these players now, they're recognizing that they can compete with all these other top players at the highest level. They're like, wait a second, maybe I'm not as bad as I thought it was. Maybe I'm actually beating them. It's not just online. I think that's a big takeaway that I've seen, especially recently, right? We just had like a recent offline event out here in North America, and so many of the players that have been grinding online are the ones that are now competing and making it into the top 8s, where a lot of the guys who we recognize from the offline scene are not making that top 8 now.
You were saying, that was so interesting. You always think that it's just going to go back into the regular fold. These guys win. These guys don't do that well offline. But it's so different. And it just shows there's a lot of value in continuing that grind online. Like, keep the training up, keep it regular and consistent. And it pays off online and apparently offline as well.
That actually reminds me, I want to ask you about this, because I'm not sure how it is out for you in Europe, right? But for us out here in Southern California, specifically, like North America, when there was a time between games, like Tekken 6 is nearing the end of its life cycle, we know Tekken Tag 2 is coming, a lot of players, they kind of stop playing. They're like, I'm just going to wait for the next game. But then in that time period, it's usually the players that keep on playing. They're like, oh yeah, I still want to go to the arcade. I still want to keep playing. I still want to get better. And then when that next game comes out, they're the ones who end up doing better. I always have seen that kind of growth. And is it the same thing out in EU?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing in Europe. When it comes to arcade releases, we used to have like trade shows where you'd get like a version of the game pre-release to come down, and we'd get to test the game out. And it was always the guys who had been playing a lot of the older version that were the first ones to kind of develop things on the new one. And it's just one of those things, because your situational awareness is better, your reactions are better, your creativity is more alive. That creative cog in your brain is turning constantly if you're in shape playing the game that's out. Whereas if you haven't played in a while, even though you might be better than the guys playing, or had been better at one point, your game skill muscles have all atrophied, and you're out of shape, and you need to, you know what I mean? And I think it takes that constant playing to have a one stream, like a train of thought, as they say, in communication, right? But your brain is also communicating with the software, and when you keep playing, the ideas don't stop developing. I mean, literally, even when you're not playing the game and you're not active with the software, your subconscious mind continues what you experienced and is processing that. So the next time you play the game, new ideas just come out.
You just blew my mind, because it's so true. It's like one of those things when you play a game too much and you start having dreams about it, like your subconscious mind is always thinking about what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
But we do actually have some updates, guys, really quick from the bracket, from the lower bracket, right? People are still moving ahead here. It looks like Stormrazer did go ahead and take out Cloud 2-1. So Stormrazer, congratulations, into the top 4, guaranteed into the prize pool now, alongside Mayhem. So Stormrazer versus Mayhem, that's a matchup that we have not seen yet today, so that's going to be an interesting one later when we get to it. But that, we'll see which character he goes to, right? We saw the Akuma recently. Maybe he's back to the Geese now. Personally, I want to see the Geese. Mayhem, of course, with that Heihachi, been putting in work. But we're still waiting, guys, on Eddie and Relinquished to set up our grand finals here, which, of course, is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, whatever you got going on, whatever game you play, never give up. It's such an important, it's a very simple concept, and it's easy to say, never give up. Everyone says that. You see someone on the track slowing down, slipping on a curb. Keep going, it's throwing a cup of water. But, it's a real thing. I mean, short story, back in the arcade days, Tekken Tag 1 times, right? There was a match where these two guys were playing, and one guy was getting a little bit frustrated because he wasn't winning, and he was losing quite badly.
Okay.
And at one point, he just got up and left the credit, and he just walked away from the machine. And me being me, I just thought, I'm going to lose anyway. Whatever, I'll just sit down and finish the game, And I ended up coming all the way back and winning that entire game. From that no health, both characters. I beat both his characters and I won the entire game. I won't say who the guy is, just to spare him some dignity. But then, 3 years later, that guy who had gotten up and walked off won a tournament, and he OCV'd the final team. He beat all 4 guys just by himself. And in the first game in that finals, he was on no life, and he brought it all the way back. And he said in the interview after he won that he remembered that one day 3 years before in the arcade where Ryan randomly sat down, and that stayed in his mind, that it's always possible. That winning is always, always possible.
It's never over till it's over. That's one of my sayings I've always said. But here we go, guys. This is the winner's final. It's going to be Relinquished with the Armor King, Eddie with the Fakamram. And we're going to Mishima Dojo.
Let's get into it. Let's see what's going to happen right now. Winner's final. These guys are going to want that coveted grand final seat. So this is going to be a slobber knocker, as my mate Jim Ross might say. Oh, man.
My mate Jim Ross. I feel like that's a phrase I've never, ever heard.
Oh, you've definitely never heard that one, and I've never met Jim Ross, so yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But, he's everyone's mate these days.
He was at a CEO the other year, man.
Wow.
Yeah. That was your chance. But here we go. Back up on this wall. Hey. Nice. You can't just throw those out. Duck in the high. Ready for the launch. Eddie, wall carry here. Just right. Tons of damage. Baits him out for the Rage Art. Doesn't hit a button. You're done. First round. Eddie.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, into round 2 now. A lot more jockeying. Relinquished probably looking for that dark upper, right? And yeah, there it was. He was definitely looking for it, but definitely hard to get Eddie with it. But man, look at that call out. Eddie ducks there. Relinquished finds the hop kick. Impressive. But the jet kick.
Ouch. That looked like pain in a foot. I call it foot and mouth disease. And get the elbow. Piling on the press.
Another one.
My goodness me. Oh, no, follow up.
Boy, it doesn't even matter.
He doesn't stop. A freight train. Look at this guy. 2 straight rounds just like that.
Yeah, and that back one from Fakamram is launch punishable, but nobody launch punishable. I've seen it launch punishable maybe once or twice ever. That right there, that's launch punishable.
Yeah. Great example. Great timing on that.
Yeah.
Literally happened as you said it.
And that's the thing, Eddie, he used it so much because people literally do not punish it because you can't. It's so fast.
Yeah, you're not ready. You're thinking of so many other things, and that comes out, and you're like, oh, gone. Moment's gone.
Exactly, and it's gone. Exactly. But right now, Eddie has the lead. Looking to close it out.
Goodness.
Uh-oh.
That was such a sick dark upper. He's going to need a little bit more, though. Eddie's still alive here. Look. Into the
race
race
drive.
drive. Oh no. And I knew it wasn't over. After he got that combo, I knew Eddie still had some life left in him. He was like, you know what, I'm going to make this count. I'm going to get up and I'm going to do something that's going to give... See, when people are dying, when people are losing in life, they get up and they'll do something that leaves them on plus to give one final opportunity. So you're going to see a race drive. You're going to see something that's plus and high. Or it's going to be that because they need as much space to think of something as possible. They need a way to devise a plan quickly. So they got to hold you in minus frames so they can think of something really quick. And yeah, and what did he do? He got up, fastest string possible, straight into the rage drive, ended the combo. And that's a very smart option. Very, very wise stuff there from Eddie.
Yeah, things were looking rough in this round, but Eddie found the jet kick, right? Gets the full combo, and then immediately afterwards, how about another one? Gotcha. Got the combo, back one's here, don't worry.
Oh, man.
Oh,
but,
man,
you know, that's what we talked about earlier with the experience. You know, that's something where Eddie, you can see the experience coming through, where he knew to get up and go straight into the jab string into race drive. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's that kind of thing there. So, yeah, smart stuff. Eddie, first game, man. Powerful.
Yeah, definitely very strong showing from Eddie here, too, right? And so on Relinquished ends here, honestly, I like the Heihachi more. Like, I don't know which one he considers his true main between the two characters. Obviously, he started today with the Heihachi, but now we've seen the Arm King 2 sets in a row. But I really did like the Heihachi pick, man. Something about the Arm King, like, I feel like he doesn't really take risks. It's the same thing I told JDCR about his Armor King, by the way. It's just like, I feel like Arm King is not a JDCR character because that character requires a little bit more risk, and JD is very risk averse. He's like, no.
That's so true. I never really thought about that, but you're absolutely right. He's very passive, and he's super. He's sharp as a knife. I mean, he'll duck up at anything, but it's secondary. The opponent is primary and he's secondary. He's waiting for something. Yeah, it's so true. It can work, but it means that space can easily be invaded, you know? And that's... Armor King doesn't really want to have players running up in his face too easily. So, yeah, I agree with you there. I think he needs to be a little bit... And King as well, for that matter, needs to be a little bit unpredictable. You know, that little key that little spice of unpredictability needs to be sprinkled in at some point. And especially against Farkrimram, my word.
One of the things about Armor King, you know, like his forward 4 neutral to the low or the down back 3 low, you know, they're both very punishable, right? So, you know, as a King player, like you do, like sometimes you don't want to take those kind of risks, but I feel like they're kind of necessary with Armor King. Like down back is a very slow low. Yeah, you have to. And it's a counter launcher, right? It's kind of like using Geese's down 4.
Yeah, it's so true. Or Akuma's, no, it's so true, so true. You got to put that thought in their mind that it's possible, right? That it's an option.
Right.
You know, because there's certain players that literally won't ever duck until you like go low. They're never gonna duck, you know. So yeah, you got to put the fear in their mind, basically. And speaking of putting the fear in their mind, obliteration from Eddie here.
I fear obliteration. Yes.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Hop kick, I don't think so.
1-4 punish again.
He's been so good at calling out the hop kicks, like just forcing Relinquished to throw out these hop kicks. He's like, no, it's not gonna work. And then the guard break at the wall.
Oh, throw in the towel. Relinquished though.
That's so messed up. Throw in the towel? You just tell us a story about how it's never over till it's over, right? Throw in the towel. It's over. Okay, there we go.
Here we go. Relinquished. Back on track here. Let's do it. Oh, gets the down back 4. We got to do those sweeps. Nice dark upper. And we're going to take him downstairs. Yes. This looks good. This looks good right now. Uh-oh. Ooh.
Guaranteed down 4 after that? Oh, boy. It was looking good. Giant swing, get off.
Nah, get off me.
Jet kick. That might be enough damage. The wall might save him. Raise drive. He's living.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. He's dead.
Oh.
This is a toe kick.
Oh, man.
Heartbreak at the end there.
Crazy. If only he low parried that, man. I was wondering if he's going to go for like something mid, you know, I don't know, upward 1+2 or...
Yeah. I mean, and I was talking about how they should do the down back 3, and that was the wrongest place to do a down back 3. Oh, man. Unfortunate there. But you know, let's take a look back at it. You know, this started off Eddie. The forward 1+2 for the full launch here. Just look at the damage here, and immediately down 4 afterwards.
Yeah,
a toe kick attempt by Relinquished didn't work out, and then the guard break on this time. Sidewall saves him a little bit, but it's not gonna be enough. Throwing out those high strings, Eddie's ready.
Eddie has some great ideas by the wall, man. He's always prepared. And look at that. Caught him stepping there. Took him to the wall. Goes for the rage drive. Doesn't kill. Just about. And then that. Oh,
Yeah.
and that was such a big opportunity. That could have been the round. But that means that Eddie is our first grand finalist of the Open Series here for the end of the month. And Relinquished now drops down again, exactly the same way he did in our last Open Series when he also was in the losers finals. Relinquished is waiting for the winner of Stormrazer and Mayhem.
And that one should be a lot of fun, right? Because Stormrazer, you know, we've seen how aggressive he can be. Mayhem, you know, I feel like Mayhem always starts off a little bit slow. When it gets his opponents, he's like, what are you going to do? All right, now I know. Now I'm going.
Yeah.
So, you know, either way, it's going to be interesting. But Stormrazer, I still want to see the geese, man. I want the
waiting for this
geese.
geese. You can't give me 6-0 versus DPP, then not use the character again. That's not fair.
I would be so disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, that's just not right, man. You can't give me an in-and-out animal-style cheeseburger, then I don't get to go again. Like, that's not right. You know,
I got to predict with my channel points on this one. Is Stormrazer or Mayhem? I got 9 seconds. I don't know.
man, you got to do it.
Yeah.
Stormrazer. 80%.
I put 144 channel points in there. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right.
But yeah, Stormrazer with his geese, hopefully. If he picks a Kuma now, I'm going to lose my channel points, dude. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, man.
I'm feeling it.
I'm gonna go Mayhem. I'm gonna just to be counter. Let's go Mayhem.
Well, look, that's unfair because I only picked Stormrazer because you told me to.
It's fairly even.
You picked both of them.
The crowd think 53%. I mean, it's fairly even. That's the closest one we've seen. 53% Stormrazer.
Sure. This is definitely a hard one to call.
Yeah, for sure. Especially
and it's really going to depend on the characters too, right? We'll see who they decide to pick with. I mean, if it's Akuma, then I feel like it's a better chance for Mayhem. But
maybe the geese thing was a matchup thing. Maybe he just knows Bob. Maybe it was that kind of I don't know.
I mean, Geese does shut down a lot of Bob's. Crazy that he gets away with a lot of other characters, right?
Yeah,
Could be.
He does.
But his Geese is also really good. like,
so sick, man.
The way he calls out the down fours, like he looked for it and then he counter hits it. That's very rare to see out of a Geese player, right?
Yes.
Most Geese players just like down four, did it counter it? Sick. I got a combo. I'll just go for a poke, you know?
Just interrupting. He was like backdashing, interrupting strings with it and getting counter hit. So yeah, it was really impressive. So here we go, moment of truth. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Akuma, or is it going to be 2D character number 1 or 2? What?
Geese and Marduk.
Howard, and it's not Heihachi though. Oh, my money back.
Yeah.
All my points back. All right, let's see what happens.
Wow.
Craig Marduk, first appearance in this top 8.
And this character is real good. Really good.
Yeah.
But definitely. That Geese Howard is really good. You know, like
I do like what
he gets an extra really.
Stormrazer, especially in that DBP set, was really incredible to watch. So let's see what's going to happen here. I mean, winner of this moves into losers final, so it's an important one.
Do you guys have a lot of Marduk players in EU actually?
A lot.
Okay.
No, a lot. No.
Oh, okay. A lot. No.
A lot. No. Yeah. No, it's not a super popular character.
Gotcha. Yeah, we see a lot of Marduk now in NA.
Really? He's a strong character, man.
No, he's so strong. And they didn't touch him at all in the patch. I was like, what do you mean?
Sometimes when you don't get any changes, it's basically a buff because everyone else just gets nerfed, right?
Right?
All right, so
man.
Stormrazer lost over half bar already. He's trying to push him back with the ref Mayhem. Mayhem
all day. 1+2 throw, no.
Me. Looking to establish contact here, Stormrazer, but Mayhem goes low. There's the nip up. He's off now. Ooh, counter hit.
He's so good at him, dude. He's almost to another bar.
Snap. That's you can.
All day, build a meter.
There's only 13 seconds left. Big shoulder block there.
Yeah, Stormrazer, I loved his composure, right? Like, he was behind very early, but he just stayed grinding away with those Repukins.
Stay calm, yeah.
Nice block.
He blocks the sweep.
Live by the down 4, die by the down 4.
Yeah. Take it up 3. Struggles away. Wow, that's a pretty whiff.
Wow, trying to jump. Oh, he had the back three there.
One of the perks of 2D characters, that jump kick. Ooh.
Baited!
I heard a button, and he's going for it.
Oh, please don't drop it. That would be so sad.
The deadly rave all the way through. Nicely done. 1 round each.
Fight.
Wow.
Oh, yes. Counter hit down 4. Dude, Stormrazer's like, I don't know how he does it. He has more down 4 counts than anyone I've seen.
No Tesla though, got scooped up again.
Yo, that maximal cancel was tight.
Spin the bar, keep it as safe as possible. Got launched.
Oki time. Oh, he tried to backdash it. Rapukin stuffs the rage drive. That's huge.
He lost the bar now. And now Stormrazer is looking for that one final hit. Oh. Wow.
Of course, the down 4.
Fight.
Bringing it back, Stormrazer. Wow, backdash, down forward 1.
Clips him out of the jabs. And takes him over to the caravan here. What's he going to do with him? Oh, trying to do a dragon's throw, but no dice. And there's the mount. Great escape there from Stormrazer.
Holy moly. That was so off axis.
Yeah, he couldn't get the full juggle. Backs up now for some space. Stormrazer. Does have rage drive. He's not going to get to use it. 2 rounds each here.
Yeah, it's a close one. Stormrazer gonna have the meter if he finds an opening.
Yeah,
there it is.
Spends it straight away. Ooh, 4-1+2. Nope, get off me.
Jump in.
Wow. Oh, gets launched.
Uh-oh. He doesn't even have rage yet. Tackle, finally.
There we go. Oh, the read.
Mix.
Nice
The block.
He's got him trapped at the wall. He wants to keep him here, but he backs up and gives him space. Why? Oh!
Got him. What?
Oh, he didn't die.
Opportunity doesn't go for the mix.
Alive. Stormrazer. Oh, the down 1. He was so desperate to get that one over with. He just wanted it over. The down 1, the trusty down 1. That has been like one of the most reliable round-ending strategies since like Tekken 1.
Yep.
Still alive and well with us today here in Tekken 7. First
Dude.
game there to Mayhem with Craig Murdoch.
Yeah, that was very nice. You know, we weren't sure about the Marduk, but his Marduk honestly looks very solid.
Yeah.
Storm with the Geese did very well as well, to be honest. There was a little bit of character experience there against the Marduk, but
that
man.
was such a sick rage art, man.
Yeah, that was great. I've never seen that. That's a very good setup. It could definitely catch a lot of people off guard.
Yeah,
and in general, Stormrazer, you know, a lot of his setups, where he maximal cancels. He had a maximal cancel into a sidestep earlier, but he didn't do a whiff punch off the sidestep. He would have got him.
Yeah, I like the usage of meter as well. I felt he was very smart with the way he spent his meter. He didn't ever like just do it, you know. He only did it when there was a direct purpose for it. And yeah, I did appreciate that.
Yeah,
That was when he tied it up.
Closed him out.
And
And
here
that
it
down for
all-
one. Yeah, look
Here
at
it
the
all went
life
to the
lead he had.
corner. And he
was at a full
smartly
life.
backs up and gives him space to come in and kill himself there.
No
It's
combo
a little bit
there.
worrying here. It looked like Stormrazer might have a trick up his sleeve, but the down one
Yeah.
shut him down.
And
that
a
was
lot of Geese Towers there do low parry too. So that was a really risky down jab, but it was the right thing to do against Stormrazer, you know, so
Yeah, it
works
worked.
out for him. Mayhem gets the first one, first to 2 here. And who do
First
we
to
have
two's
waiting?
pretty hype, I have to say. It's pretty like
Yeah.
high octane, isn't it? You're always glued to the screen because everything's so important, you know?
Yeah, I really like that. I feel like when you look back at Tekken Tag 2, a lot of players push for 3 out of 5, and I really felt like that made things drag on too long. I didn't enjoy it as much because Tag 2 games were also very long. You know,
Yeah.
Like I understand competitive viability, longer sets make the better player win. Who cares? You know, I want funner matches that people want to watch and stick around for.
Yeah, if you're spectating or even commentating, it's really exciting when it's like quite quick, you know, because then it's wait. Speaking of quick, we've got another character switch.
Miguel.
Geese is out and Miguel in.
Man, so many characters here in our top 8 today.
Oh man, this is what we talked about earlier with players nowadays picking more than one character, having those seconds and thirds and fourth characters coming into the top stages of a tournament. I mean, this is highly influenced from the cream of the crop, your knees, your Arslan Ashes. Like, if you go to the very top of Tekken, people usually have more than one character. Even if they don't use them in tournament, they can use more than one character very, very efficiently.
Definitely. But let's see how this Miguel does here. Marduk, very good character, right? Like everyone agrees, Marduk is very good. Miguel, not so much.
Yeah, I know, right? He kind of gets the short end of the straw each version. He's always good, but never good enough in a sense, you know? All right, so here we go. Good start here.
Is this the best Miguel's
very
ever
good start
been, though?
here.
I'm curious. Damn, get off.
Looking good right now.
I'm sensing a 3-round sweep from Miguel.
This looks decent, man.
Yeah, my
Oh, you got scooped, though.
caster sense is tingling.
Oh, yeah, you might be right. Let's see what happens here. Gets the screw attack. The late.
Oof.
Man.
And the balcony break before the screw.
Battered.
We still got a screw attack.
Wow. He's getting absolutely destroyed here.
KO.
Oh.
2 straight rounds. Oh my goodness. So one-sided.
Got him. Yeah, whoever at the Tekken development team created these counter it safe push things that are counter launchers, please leave. I hate those things.
Miguel with
Wow.
like 15 lows.
Counter!
Nice. Wow, your 3-0 prediction.
Boom!
Nice.
Caster sense
Miguel.
tingling.
Domination. That was, wow. 3 straight rounds. I didn't see that coming. I mean, obviously he's picking Miguel. He's obviously picking him for a reason, but I didn't know it was for 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw the character select screen, I didn't know what to expect either, obviously, right? But with the way the first round went, I was like,
You were,
okay,
you
this
were
could
sold
be...
after that first round. You were like, nope, this is going to be 3-0.
Yep, this is good. Because a lot of times, like, Miguel is one of those characters that gives me personally a lot of problems. And I've been beat up just like this. So when I saw the first round, I was like, oh, I know where this goes. You know, I've lived this.
It's one of those matches. Oh, okay. I see,
Oh,
I
yeah.
see.
But it doesn't mean it's
Marduk.
over, right?
Man, Marduk didn't look like he knew what was going on. That was mad. Wow, that counter, that just put an exclamation point on it as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. All
And of
right,
course-
so 1 apiece, tied up. I don't think we're going to see the return of Marduk. I think that was enough of a loss to warrant picking a secondary or picking
Could
another
be.
character.
Yeah. Could definitely be.
I'd be
I
very
do like
surprised
the
if he went
Marduk, though.
Marduk again.
I
I'd
think...
be very surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Heihachi could be good to go back to here against
Yeah.
Miguel. I think that's not a terrible choice.
Or unless he just doesn't feel confident against Miguel in general, then he might still go Marduk, for that purpose.
Yeah, I mean,
Warmed up with him and stuff.
Marduk is definitely very good at stealing games off people and stealing rounds off people. You just land the rage drive. Obviously we haven't seen that yet, but
Right.
if you can land it, it
just get
turns
it,
everything
yeah.
around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and going back to that, I was talking about that safe push counter launcher thing.
Oh,
That's,
yeah,
of
yeah.
course, the chat is like, Rip says as he does the magic forward, safe with law. I'm like, yeah, there's a difference. One's high, one's mid, dude. Like, safe mid versus safe high or unsafe high, technically, if you duck it, right?
Right,
It's very different.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But yes,
So,
let's see here.
Speaking of character switch, it is indeed Heihachi Mishima back on deck, going up against Stormrazer's Miguel, who had a very dominant performance versus Marduk a few moments ago. And, I mean, Mayhem's had a taste, so he knows what Miguel's got to offer. Let's see what he can deliver in terms of counter strategy with Heihachi.
Boom!
That's a great start.
Counter strategy. You want to swing? I got an electric for you.
Looking good. Wow. And the pace of Heihachi already way more involved here than the Marduk. And look at this. Man, let the boy press a button, please.
Round 2.
Wow.
Fight.
Uh-oh. Yo, I really like Stormrazer's Miguel.
I think you like all his characters. apart
Not as
from
a
Akuma.
Kuma.
Punish. There he goes, low.
Boy.
Oh my, you might not be seeing his Miguel for that long.
And this
After
is
that
loser side
round.
of the tournament.
Yeah. Winners moving into losers finals versus Relinquished. It's looking like it's Mayhem right now. 1-1-2 punishes the whiff. Stormrazer on his last legs potentially
Wow.
gets a launch. He needed that to stay in the round. Full wall carry here. Follows up. Oh, man. Okay.
Nice
Oh,
step.
great sidewalk. Oh, no.
Wait. Okay, we're good. No. Oh, that was a scary moment. Scary moment, but we're okay.
Wow. All right, so Stormrazer still alive here. Punished. And he gets the launch. Mayhem now in a bit of trouble. He needs to turn it around if he wants to win this. Can't keep letting these comeback attempts get...
Jump over, no!
Oh, man.
Might have been a one-way tech catch.
Stormrazer. Oh, and it's all falling apart against the wall.
Nice block!
Great block, and there's the launch.
Spend the rage! Okay, and now, like you said, right? If he had spent the rage art earlier, it would have done more damage. Because it hit the wall, it does scale it.
Yeah, you're right. I think he's still got the KO, though.
No KO. What? Shouldn't have hit the wall. Shouldn't have let him hit the wall, but here we go.
Oh, my goodness me.
Final round. Mayhem and Stormrazer.
Who's moving forward in the tournament? Up 4-3+4. Piling on the pressure here. He does not want to go out of the tournament. Mayhem trying to push Stormrazer into error here. Backs up for space.
Looking for electric. Oh, boy.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, my gosh. He's fishing so hard for a counter it. No counter that time either.
Looking for the counter. Nice break on the throw.
That was probably lucky.
No, he whiffs the hop kick. And Mayhem was ready with the punish.
Big trouble. And that will be that. Mayhem 3-2. Moving on in the tournament. Congratulations.
Great stuff.
Into the top 3 now.
Great game. Both players played phenomenally well. That final game could have gone either way. I mean, that hop kick might have launched, and that could have been, the round. But shout outs to Mayhem. He kept it cool. I like that he started the round aggressive, then he kind of backed up a little bit and allowed room for error. And the error was that whiff hop kick, right? And he got the whiff punish. So yeah, really good stuff. And I think you were right. The Heihachi was the one. That was the right pick.
I think it was a good choice. I did like the Marduk, but Heihachi definitely a faster character. I felt like Miguel was starting to smother the Marduk too much. So
yeah,
all good decisions here.
Oh, that was crazy, right? That exchange there where everything just missed.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah. But yeah, Stormrazer looked like he was going to bring it back all the time. You never looked quite out of it. There was always a chance that he could just like steal around here and there. And that was really unfortunate when that missed. And when that did miss, everything went wrong.
Yeah, clutch block. And there, right there, the rage art was a little bit too late. But it didn't matter. It's still final round, and that was it. Get the hop kick to whiff, get the whiff punish, full combo.
Down forward one. Nice sequence there. Very nice sequence. And there you see the carnage that has happened throughout this top 8. And yes, Mayhem illuminated there, takes it 2-1 over Stormrazer and moves forward into the losers finals against the very patiently waiting Relinquished. And then the winner of that moves up to the grand finals to take on Eddie. Now, whoever wins that is going to have to beat Eddie 2 sets if they want to win the Open Series here for the month.
Dang. Ryan, you cost me some channel points there. Relinquished versus Mayhem, though, will be our next matchup. This one should be fun. And, what I want to see out of this one is what we're probably not... I was going to say that's what I want to see, but I don't think we're going to get it. Like, how rare is it that you get to see a Mishima matchup in the top 3 of a tournament nowadays? And it could be a Heihachi mirror. That could be fun. They have similar playstyles, too, as far as whiff punch.
They play very different. Go. I mean, Heihachi Armor King is not interesting. I also wouldn't mind seeing that as well.
Yeah, that's also going to be fun.
So, yeah, interesting. Or maybe Marduk. Maybe Marduk will get another appearance. Very true. So, yeah, there's
Marduk
a few options
versus either
here.
Armor King or Heihachi. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I know that Eddie's going to be watching on with his beady eyes to see who's going to win this because he's going to play them in the finals. So, yeah, going to be a good one. It's a tie, 50-50. You should have voted.
I actually did. Man,
you should have voted, man. 51-49.
But I don't actually know who to choose. That's why I didn't even bet or vote.
I mean, neither did the stream channel. I mean, it's even Stevens. Like, no one knows what's going to happen here. That just goes to show you just how tight it is right now in the losers finals. Literally, none of us can call it. And that just increases the hype level for me. This has been all amazing stuff all the way through this top 8. Every single set has been hype. And yeah, it doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. So yeah, this is going to be good. Heihachi versus Marduk could be annoying for Heihachi. I think that's quite annoying. But then Heihachi I think Marduk would suffer against Armor King. That's the psychology here.
Why do you see that? Like, I'm curious about why you see him suffering against
the Marduk Armor King, because I feel like Marduk doesn't really feel confident to go for tackles in that matchup, and I feel that a lot of King and Armor King's moves kind of beat Marduk's moves just in general. You know, like he has a lot of safe mids. Armor King has a lot of good mids. He has a lot of ways to control Marduk. And and Armor King can punish him really well for stuff. So there's a threat to everything. You know, it's not like you're just gonna get 1-2 jabs or something. You're getting launched, and then there's a mix up there. So
I would love to see that Armor King evasive move I just talked about when he steps to the side, he comes.
Oh yeah, even that.
I want to see that move versus Marduk's tackle. Like,
you want to see the interaction between
that? Yeah, exactly. That's what I see. If Marduk's tackling and Armor King does that, does he still get tackled, or does he avoid the tackle and trade?
Good. Probably depends on the timing.
We got Fang Wei.
Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, what? What? What?
Dude, this is wild. Mayhem bring out all the different characters.
Yo, these guys have got characters, man. Oh, my days. The whole lineup. Feng Wei. He's been buffed, so yeah, why not, right? Let's go. These are finals. Okay.
We had, I think, 3 Fangs in the top 8 recently in NA, so this character definitely putting in work now.
I'm not sure how happy I am that when they get to the losers final, they just ditch Mishimas entirely.
Right, both of them, yeah. Mishimas, those require work. I'm going away from that.
Oh my god,
that's so good. I love that.
That was so sick. Over at the wall now. Okay, fighting back now. Oh man. And the goal kick. Forward 4 hit on the ground there. Tried to move. Also go forward 1 and another dark upper. The hit percentage is going up each and every time. Yep. Oh, into the Frankensteiner. Shout out to the Big Papa Pump. Ooh. Oh, hop kick.
Man, I don't know how Mayhem switches gears like this. You know, to throw a hop kick with Fang is just not even in my game plan when I'm a Marduk or a Heihachi. You know, like, that's impressive, but Relinquished is looking good.
He's getting launched for days, man. Armor King just so on point. Going for a second one.
Make it 3. Oh my gosh, he didn't punch the shoulder.
Decided to go for the wavy and styled a little bit. It's looking good for Relinquished, man. He's in his own little element right now, just doing what he wants. Oh, that could have been it.
That 10-string start is so good. Uh-oh, multi-throw.
Oh, get off me. Watch the ponytail, bro.
The mix.
Oh.
I love it. Kempo, immediate mix, and here we go. Mayhem on the board.
Back in the game, yeah. Okay, down 2. Ooh. While standing 3 gets the launch. Look at the life. Half bar gone just like that. Down back 3. The James Brown. Let's go.
Throw breaks are good too.
A lot of breaks.
Clothesline. What?
The hop kick. The hope kick. Doing damage here.
Yeah, Relinquished did a little too quick on the attack, right? Like, the tech roll was still there, so just mistimed his media, essentially.
What? What did he hit him out of?
Times those great. I don't know what he hit him out of.
That was insane.
Yeah, full launch, half life. Pop, good punish.
Oh, there's the hop kick. And Mayhem forced out that hop kick. Back in play here.
Blue shoulder still there. Oh. He's going to do it again. Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Bro, clip that. That was crazy.
That move goes properly around, like to the side, man. Oh my god.
Fang's blue shoulder hits everything. It clean missed. Clean.
Damn.
That was ridiculous. I've never seen that. I've actually been complaining about Fang's blue shoulder recently because it's so good. To see that
all the way
was
around him. Like Armor King literally disappeared behind Fang. That's how far around it went. That was crazy. Clean punish.
So good.
And that was a great read as well because he knew that was coming. That was for that. You know what I mean? It was very deliberate and ready with the punish as well afterwards. So yeah, great stuff.
I wish that had been a slow-mo ending right there with it. That would have been crazy.
That would have been sick. I wish slow-mo could be activated from certain things. Yeah, from certain other things, not just equal interactions at the same time. But I think we're going to see it come up. And there was that low. Yeah, and we got schmixed earlier in the set. Feng started to come back. He got 2 straight rounds. Played really well.
Yeah, Mayhem's Fang did actually do pretty well overall. Like, there was a lot of these hop kicks that were working out.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, and 2 rounds each. And a great start to the final round from Relinquished. He just seemed super ready. And then when Mayhem started getting back involved, gets a hop kick there. And look at it. Look, oh, yeah, it's coming up now. It's coming up now.
Yeah, right here. Oh my God, we got our own built-in slow-mo. This is sick. Shout out to production.
Ridiculous. Yeah, big shout out to production for that. That was gassed. I mean,
yeah, if the game doesn't do it, we got you guys. You know?
I mean, he was clearly setting up for that. He knew, he was in his head. He knew he's going for the rage drive. He needs the big damage, and I've got this for his blue shoulder. I'm ready.
That was amazing. But let's see, does not stick to Fang. Going to be switching over to Heihachi now.
I like that. I think that's a smart choice. The Fang wasn't bad by any means, but the flow just wasn't the same. And Heihachi, he's been delivering that. So I think this is a good pick.
Let's see if we can get it done. They're going to have to do it from behind here. 1st to 2, Relinquished just needs this one game to get a run back against Eddie in the grand finals.
Yeah, true.
And we're at Forgotten Realm, which is, pretty good for all the kings, right? You get that Shining Wizard Ender, all of a sudden, floor is going to break. More combo, whoop you dude up. The wall's still there if you want to hit some giant swings.
Yep.
But he hasn't really been a throw-heavy king, right? The multi-throw maybe, but
I mean, but the Relinquished was in the last tournament. He was literally doing multi-throws every time. Like, so he's calmed down with that a bit. Maybe because of the Heihachi mix, he's gone out of his throw momentum. His throw flow in his mind.
Could be.
So yeah. Wow, what a whiff punish with that clothesline. Oh, 4-3 count. I don't know what he pressed there. Down we go. Okay, screw attack.
Oh boy. And the hop kick right back at you?
He ducked.
But why would you even duck? You thought the rage drive was coming maybe?
Oh, that's going to be it. Why did he duck down, Rip? Why?
I'm guessing it was the rage drive. That's the only threat I could think of. Or maybe forward 4 neutral 2.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
But like, Relinquished doesn't use forward 4 neutral 2. He doesn't use down back 3 either.
I can't believe it. He gave him the round there with that crouch. Ate the hop kick.
Yeah, that was huge.
All right, so 4-3. Oh, he could have got a scoop there possibly. Oh, no break on that. Okay, nice chunk of damage there. Oh, and another one. We're running it back here. We're going for the 3rd one. Nope, access denied. Nice
good low
carry on
parry.
the down back 2.
Wall carry's good, easy here. Again,
Rip. He's in his head, man. He is in his head.
What is it? What is it about it? Like, what? I'm so good. What are you seeing from that time? There's no rage, right? Oh my God!
Oh, Rip, he's in his head. He's in his head. Rent free right now.
What's happening?
What's happening is the throw game threw him off before. He got him with those 2 throws, and that has messed him up now. He's ducking all the time, and now look, everything is working. And look at this round. From pillar to post. From pillar to post. That was domination. He got absolutely battered that last game. I mean, it was one of those things where he softened him up early with the throws. He softened him up. And then he got that one clutch hop kick. And it might be questionable if the guy's going to really keep going for hop kicks, right? Because it's risky and blah, blah, blah. But he kept doing it. After he got those throws and the 3rd one got interrupted, he was like, okay, let's do this now. And he got such great mileage off the hop kick that it was almost criminal to not go for another one.
This was the first one, right? This first one, the rage was there. I was like, all right, it might be the rage drive. He gets that one. And we'll see more of them as this set progresses, probably.
Man, those hop kicks.
There it was again.
Yeah,
and you might be right. That might have been a throw.
Yeah, the throw set him up. I mean, look at this game. Relinquished clearly went to the White House before this set because he had all the launch codes in this set.
Oh, man. And this was beatdown. He was so confident at the end here. He started to go for the unblockable and stuff.
Getting really funky as well. Look. He started getting really confident, man. Going for crazy stuff. Oh, man. That was a wild, wild set. And this shows you how scary Tekken can be at this sort of level because even 2 high-level players, when one person gets going and gets in your head even a little bit, give them any margin, and it's really hard to stop them. They can literally just initiate anything they want. They can start doing their freestyle tactics, going for big unblockables, and it's very, very difficult to stay in the game once your opponent is feeling that degree of flexibility. But shout outs to Relinquished, very, very impressive performance there by his Armor King. We didn't know who we were going to see, and now he has sealed his spot against Eddie in the grand finals for what you mentioned, Rip, that all coveted run back.
Exactly, and here it is, boys and girls, our grand finals, Eddie versus Relinquished. You see their win rates on the screen there. Tons of matches on Relinquished side, because of course, when you go down to lower bracket, you got more matches to play. But Eddie been looking really unstoppable today. Of course, Eddie, the only player to beat Relinquished in this tournament so far today.
True.
So Eddie on fire right now, and that first set looked pretty rough, right? Like there was a lot of Relinquished did that he's gonna have to stop doing. Like he tried doing 4-2-1s with Armor King, and every time he did it, Eddie would just duck and launch him for it. He's got. I was talking about he's got to take some risk with Armor King, right? He's got to use the forward 4 neutral 2. He's got to use the down back 3. We haven't really seen any of that out of him yet. It's hard to just switch gears to something you don't normally do, right? So it's gonna take some time. But look at the poll results.
Whoa!
Yeah. Okay,
I didn't see that coming. I think that the stream are banking on Heihachi. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's based on if he goes Heihachi. Because the Armor King looked rough. But then again, with that said, you can see what this kid can do if you give him just a little bit momentum. So I don't want to rule out Armor King either at this point. It's great. Key notes here, though. Last tournament, Relinquished lost in the losers final and came third. So this is already a step up, reaching the grand finals.
Nice.
But he's going to want to win this now. He's made it this far. He wants gold. He wants to run this setback twice and beat Eddie. So there's a lot of pressure riding on this for him. This is important, he wants to, because you don't want to get to the grand final and then lose, right? You want to go all the way, and we like to cheer for an underdog, so let's do it. King? Yeah, I thought it was King for a second.
I was just thinking in my head, like, dude, 18 years old, you're guaranteed a minimum of $300, like basically this month, like if you did like monthly, like that's kind of good money, man, for an 18-year-old dude. I'm like, dude, just for playing video games on the internet, let's go.
I wasn't making 300 when I was 18, I'll tell you that much.
I wouldn't mind making 300 right now. Like, Howard Estate, grand finals. It's going to be Relinquished versus Eddie.
And it is indeed the Armor King. And Eddie's starting strong again, looking for the parry, no dice, and the multi-throws are back. One of his strong areas. In the last tournament, he was going crazy with them. Yeah, with the multi-throws, he was rinsing everyone with those last tournaments.
Oh, no.
Man, you ran into that one, though. That's
first. Not a move you want to run into ever. And the wall almost, too. Oh. Bounce.
The freight train in action right here.
Oh, boy. It started so good. He got those 2 throws, and I think basically nothing else.
Eddie
that
woke
was
up.
Rough.
Yeah.
It all started with that jet kick. Nice hop kick.
Another hop kick. That's brilliant stuff. Okay.
Man, he's so good at punishing everything. Good duck that time.
Shame he couldn't have got a punish. That was a sick duck though, yeah.
What?
He almost ran into that as well.
He almost did. I mean, we were talking about how aggressive Eddie is, but that was pretty darn far for a rage drive from Armor King.
Yeah, if that had worked, that would have been sick. He could have got a giant swing into the wall.
I don't even know if he was close enough to do a grab after it. That's how far that was,
That was really far, definitely. All right. The clothesline.
Well, get back up here.
Yep.
Wow.
Nice hop kick in between the string. Nice. All right. So Relinquished gets his first round here.
Yeah, I like that. Slow it down a bit, And you're seeing Eddie, he kind of has this rhythm of when he wants to defend against you. Wow, and he was landing the punish. Yo, is this while standing 3 not fast enough to punish? Oh, they changed it.
Yeah, that's one of the changes. But I was going to say, like, as fast as Relinquished is, it's crazy that he needs to slow someone else down. Do you know what I mean? Like, this guy's rapid. Speedy Gonzalez. Uh-oh, Eddie in his favorite corner position going to work. We've seen him do this many times before.
How does he hop kick everybody? It's okay, it's nothing. That's nothing. It's worth it. I think he hit another button. I don't even think that was guaranteed. Oh, no.
Man. Well, the string in the back, I think that final hit against the wall, I'm not sure if that was guaranteed, but there would have been a string in the back that was guaranteed. But yeah, that's really, really unfortunate. He went for
Yeah.
hop kick every time. He went for hop kick every time. And then the one time he thought, you know what, I've done this too much. I need to mix it up. Eddie blocked the low. It's like, oh, I could have done hop kick. So,
The forward
you don't know
neutral
till you know.
twos, I like them though, right? Like obviously, like if you look at the damage when he got punished for it, it wasn't actually terrible. Like it's hella worth going for it.
Yeah, he wasn't eating big launches or anything. So yeah, fair enough.
Hey,
A couple of
the first two rounds were rough.
There. Yeah.
But these right here, man, like up close, single backdash, see a whiff, hop kick interrupt.
Yep.
Those are where he's really excelling.
Yeah, definitely. And that was just a moment of desperation just overcame him, you know, and he just really wanted to get out of that situation. I really feel he'd stayed down and taken the ground hit, he would have had a much better chance. But you don't know till you know, sometimes you think, let me stay down, and you just die on the ground, right? So
Yep,
it's one of those
exactly.
things can happen. But yeah, there's some fight in this kid. Relinquished, he's not down and out just yet. I mean, I think he's got some more to come. I hope he sticks with Armor King because it looks like it's not a bad option.
It looks
actually,
good. It looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely like the Armor King here. And I do think that the forward for neutral 2 that changed where it's safer now on block, I think that's really beneficial, right? It's still like a counter hit launcher, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, on counter hit, I think it gets launched. Yeah.
So it's like it's totally worth the risk in that sense.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
as we mentioned,
Eddie is just playing so well.
He is.
As well. It's hard to identify the holes in the game just because he's playing so confidently as well, you know. And he seems to always be ready. No matter what you put him in, he's got a counter strategy coming out straight away, you know. And
Look at his
that's a
grades
very
next
scary
to you.
opponent.
S+ for everything for this man. You know, Eddie is pretty ridiculous.
There you
Combo
go. That
damage,
says everything.
aggressiveness, agility.
Yeah,
I mean, he
aggressiveness
probably
for
has
sure.
S+ for everything else too. Like tenacity, sure, it's an S+. We only got room for 3 though. You know. Man.
All right,
But here
so
we
this
go.
could be the final game of the tournament unless Relinquished can turn this all around here and get a game for himself and give himself some room to breathe. I think he just needs a game so that he can just actually think, you know? He's just taking all the pressure right now. All right, so let's see.
Fight.
Armor King it is. We trade jabs. It's like the Tekken 6 intro. Okay. Ooh, goes low.
Hey.
Nice block. Follows up. Oh, looks for the crouch dash 1. And there's the multi-throw again.
Yeah, the multi throws are
And
great.
no
right?
escape for Eddie. That's some good damage for Relinquished here.
Yes, the multi throw versus hop kick mix is a real threat now. Rage Art's
he's
gonna work.
get it. That is going to be the round for sure. Brilliant timing on that Rage Art. He knew that Eddie was coming with the aggression. And yeah. Eddie had built up a lot of momentum with successful poking. So he knew that Rage Art was a good option.
Jet kick pressure now.
These guard crushes are just so scary.
Ooh, I
Sick
like
dark
that a
upper
lot. You know,
So
we
sick.
haven't seen many dark uppers, so the fact that you're just kind of chilling and like, all right, I'm not doing anything.
It's
Just,
still ready.
yeah,
Yeah.
do whatever you want,
Oh,
Fatima.
nice. Look at this.
Oh no.
No, and he goes low
Oh
again.
no. That,
You-
you know,
Oh, man. Don't
is that
tell
my
me.
fault? Did I say
Don't
do down
tell
back
me.
threes? No.
Oh. Rip.
Oh.
Don't say anything about his down back threes again.
Like I said,
man.
you gotta learn when to put a bench. You know, he's learning right now. But
the crazy thing is, if he'd actually just kept spamming hop kicks in all of these situations, he'd be winning.
but like even in that situation, right? He had like an 80% life lead. Why would you do something
Yeah.
launch punishable right there? You know?
Yeah, true. Sometimes the nerves get the better of you, man.
No.
Oh, did he press the button? No, and he's given the round away. And Eddie is moved into tournament point here. The nerves probably getting the better of Relinquished at this point. Let's see what happens here. Can he turn it around? Oh, great hop kick.
Yes.
That'll get something started.
Bing bang boom.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. Oh, looking
So
for the whip
far.
punish. Relinquish now. Trying to find the gap in the strings. There's one.
The hop kicks. Oh no.
No follow-up. Gets out of the Shining Wizard. Oh,
No.
mistakes here.
Yeah, Eddie was so patient.
Oh,
Bounce,
man.
no bounce.
Oh. And
Falcon
down we
break.
go. And is
Screw
that
attack
all
still?
she wrote?
Last chance. Oh, get it out of
The
here.
tournament is not over. Relinquished stays alive here for another round.
He tried
Let's
a
go.
rage drive with the Tiger knee thing.
That was sick.
Punish. Oh my gosh, the multi-throws.
Oh, hello. Relinquished now. Mixing it up here. Gets the full chain. He's got a nice little life lead over Eddie here. Eddie biding his time.
Dark upper.
Waiting for the right moment to engage. There we go.
No punish.
Great block. Relinquished now. Clothesline from hell. The Bradshaw.
Yo, the get-up kick was so risky from Eddie here. But he's got rage and he's got fucking rum. Oh boy, Eddie can still win this.
One launch. Tournament's over. One launch. Can Relinquish stay alive here?
What's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be?
Oh my gosh!
Kick. And he gets the game. Relinquished. Oh,
how did the down four miss? The down four
can breathe a sigh of relief after that one. He ties it up by the skin of his teeth to 1-1 here. Needs one more for the bracket reset. Man, that was insane. I can't believe that.
The down four is guaranteed. It's guaranteed there to whip.
I don't know what happened there. I think we need to see the replay or something.
Relinquished was ready for the hop kick on the whiff of the guaranteed move. You know, like, what?
Oh, man.
What in the world? That was weird.
As well as paying Harada for those Armor King Hayachi buffs, he paid for some situational changes as well.
That was weird stuff. I mean, that was impressive stuff for Relinquished too, right? Like, the pace change up there was great. The hop kick's still there. The multi-throws are working out. You know, all good things for Relinquished.
I'd love to see Eddie's face when that whiffed. What was he thinking?
I mean, yeah, this is what started things up
here was that
right?
rage art. Yeah, that was a nicely timed rage art, the first one. Got himself the first round. He needed that.
That was so good, too.
Some really sick launches from him, man, all the way. Yeah, that was what you were saying. Like, why did he go for that launch punishable?
Right. Yeah, like look at the life difference there, right? Yeah. I mean, look how costly that was.
Eddie was just all over him after that, man. So you want to give away free damage? Okay, I'll take that.
Sure.
And again, just another solid. Yeah, that was just really great. Once Eddie's in your head, he's in your head, man. I think we've seen this one.
This is the third time that we've seen this replay.
I mean, it was a sick flow, though.
It was very important.
Really
that down back thing was crucial. I don't think Relinquished wants to see it again. If we get it again, that would be the funny.
I can keep watching this all day.
Look, the down back three, it's just not going to work out for you. Do not go for the down back three.
Reiteration after reiteration.
We've drilled it into him now, all right? He's prepared to not do a down back three when he has an 80% life lead.
If he opens a set with down back three, I'm going to laugh, man. That would be so funny. I mean, I hope he doesn't do it just for commentary purposes. But,
yeah, please don't. Although it might counter it.
Yeah. He's thinking about it. Oh, all right. So, game 3 now for the reset or for the tournament. 1-4. Oh, nicely done. Yep, shoulder block.
Yo, we might get a reset.
Oh
boy.
Oh, speaking of launch punishable, look at this. And Eddie always ready to deliver the max damage.
Look out! Nice, good call.
That was good.
On reaction. Yeah, had enough health to absorb too.
Obviously not going to kill, but definitely puts him back into a better standing than he was in.
No.
Oh, that was a smart get-up kick. Based on the range of where the wall was and where he was, that was a very smart get-up kick.
Yeah, I was thinking on the Relinquished side, he really shouldn't have done anything after the rage art. Man, how does he land these hop kicks?
Great mileage off of these hop kicks. I think he needs to do more, Rip.
I think he should.
They seem to be working.
Punish? Oh, something at least.
Get a little something. Tickle his ankle.
I think he gets shoulder.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Okay, oh, get off me. Watch the tape, bro. Watch the tape. Ooh.
Wow, what a step.
What happened there? Never seen that before. Uh-huh. Trying to chip him down here. He doesn't want to get counter hit on the way, though. He's blocking everything. Great. And there's the multi-throw. He's getting a lot of damage off of these as well.
Yeah, time winding
Eddie
down,
finally
though.
gets the escape.
Boy.
7 seconds left.
And the rage.
The clothesline.
3 seconds. 2 seconds. He's trying to chill. Smart stuff.
Clip that.
That was smart.
Clip that.
I saw him back up like, what's he going to do?
He saw the life lead and he was running for the hills, boy. He knew that as soon as he came in, he was just going to do that. Yeah. Okay.
Wow, where's the forward on the hop? That's exactly how he died in the first set in Winners Final. Vertical hop kick, dash up the toe kick.
Tournament point to Eddie here. For all the marbles right now, Relinquished needs this round to stay in the tournament. Eddie, who's been a stellar performer so far, doesn't want to let it all slip at this point.
Oh
my goodness me, he's eating counter hits for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And there's the multi-throw.
Down back 3 now. You got a huge lead.
Getting confident, goes for the 1+2 break this time.
Uh-oh, Pokemon with rage.
Oh man, he's staying on it.
Look at the damage he just ate. 3 hits, and here we go. Final round, first set of grand finals.
This is
Tournament point, Eddie.
All right, let's go for the reset. Is it the reset or the tournament's over? Oh,
beautiful!
Oh my God, Rip.
This is a big start, here. But look, the leads don't matter. Pokemon with rage is still bringing everything back.
And he gets a launch out of nowhere. Oh man, this is bad news for Relinquished now, almost by the wall.
Bounce.
And there's the wall bounce, and that is going to be all. No,
not over yet. Last chance.
What?
Oh my gosh, where was the low parry? Doesn't matter. Eddie is going to be the winner here today for the Open Series monthly final for Tekken 7 EU. Congratulations, Eddie, on your first place finish. Shout out to Relinquished, though. Second place.
Big shout out to
showing, man.
Big shout out. That was
King
really, really sick.
Was very fun to watch.
And the
I love the
Heihachi.
adaptation. Yeah, and the Heihachi at the very beginning
and the
as well.
Heihachi.
Man, that was
very
a lot of fun. Eddie,
back and forth.
Yeah, dude, Eddie throughout the entire day just played so well. You know, he faced some adversity. He had to bring out the Bob earlier, and the Bob came out so strong.
Bob was sick.
I felt like, you know, if he really got told, we're gonna see the Bob again too.
But man, dude, check these replays,
blocks,
man. I mean,
dude,
just the wall pressure and just knowing what to do every time. And this little timer scan was so cool with the big elbow drop on 1 second. That was so sick. I did enjoy that. But yeah, just Eddie at the wall, so ready. Pressure, insane.
Yeah, that mistake there. Same mistake in Winners Final, man. Exact same situation.
Yeah. And this was a clutch round there, ending in this mid. That was all he had to work with. He had to get that. But yeah, the final round. And he got this launch out of nowhere and just catches him and takes him to the wall with it. And yeah, this was the sink.
Yeah, a little scramble at the end here.
The Relinquished sink shipping. The Relinquished ship sinking at the end here at the hands of Eddie, who goes low at the end to snag the tournament away from the hands of a potential reset. I know Relinquished was definitely goading for that reset. He really wanted it.
But
close. Unfortunately, Eddie just too strong. But it was close, man. It was a very, very close, very epic grand final.
Yeah, and shout outs, of course, to Mayhem for 3rd, Stormrazer 4th place. All 4 of these players in the top 4 getting paid out here today. Thanks to the prize pool from PlayStation tournaments. So congratulations to all of our top 4.
And there you see our schedule for the next tournaments. Of course, the monthly finals for NA, 2 o'clock, PDT, and then Soul Calibur 6 monthly finals, September 3rd, so tomorrow. So yeah, don't miss that. And then, of course, Lostie's Tower, we've got the PS tournament September 8th, and then the monthly final September 25th down the line. So definitely catch up with those as well. And then Guilty Gear Strive, we're not over yet. Cold War. So lots of Fast and Furious action to come. So much. It's so super epic. I mean, every month there's multiple events you can get involved in on multiple games as well. So even if you don't play a game that often, this is a perfect opportunity to just like test the water, try something new, get involved in the open series on a game that you're new with. Maybe it will be a new challenge and you never know. It might be your future main game.
Of course, if you guys want to do that, compete.playstation.com. That's where you go to if you guys want to sign up to get involved in all of these games, so that maybe you could be on one of these Open Series monthly finals and have a chance of winning some of this huge prize pool.
Definitely, definitely. Cash prizes to be won each and every single month. But that's going to be it for this particular tournament. Open Series here for Europe. Eddie is your champion. Dominant performance all the way through. Ran it all the way through in the upper bracket and was won without having the bracket reset in the grand finals. So big shout outs to all the top 8. All 8 guys played phenomenally well today. Well, all 8 opponents, played phenomenally well. And it was a pleasure to have them on board for the journey. Thank you guys for being with us as well. It wouldn't be anything without you guys tuning in and being a part of the stream. And
exactly.
I've been
we'll
Ryan
be back
Hart.
with NA later.
Yeah, I've been Ryan Hart, and this is Rip. And later on, yes, I'm going to come back with NA. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, and we'll see you later on for that.
Oh.
Throw in the towel. That was great.
PlayStation